you lean forward.
Oh, you got you.
See, just snatch that nigga, dog. Easy work. It's coming. They say him and Tank. I like see. I think Tank hits you hard. He hit hard.
Wait, not that boy out of the question.
Yo. Years old. Years old. Oh.
Chip.
Oh.
Get it.
Chip.
Oh.
Welcome to this Tuesday night. You're now rocking with the best. It's the esteemed crew, the Fire Nice Podcast Experience, man. Give it up.
Yeah. Get that shit up, bro.
We're rocking live from Studio 7 as usual.
AKA Area 51, nigga.
Absolutely, man. Once again, this is the Fire Nice Experience, man. The Black Culture Journey. Sports, entertainment, current events.
All that.
All that shit, we talk about it. It's out there. We're going to discuss it. How everybody feeling today, man? Fresh note?
Feeling pretty motherfucking good, man. And I guess before we go any further, hello and how are y'all?
There it is. There it is. What up, good folks?
How are you today, fella?
It's your boy, B-Mac. I'm good, man. I can't.
E-way all day?
All motherfucking day, you heard me?
Fucking right. Fucking right.
Motherfucking day.
Ghetto Baby will be right back, man. Tending to some things.
Ghetto baby.
You know, before we get into this shit, man, anything prevalent on my mind, man, it's Tuesday, man. Let's drop all our shit at the door, man, so we can get out of here.
What you on fire? What you on fire about today, Fresh Scout?
Ah, man, well, you know me, man. It don't take much to light my fire, man. But today, my thing is, I fucking hate white people sometimes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I said it. I motherfucking said it.
He said at him, nigga.
Yeah.
At him, he said it.
Let me be motherfucking begin. As I like to do when I'm at work, man, I throw my earbuds in and I get to listen to different things. I listen to people sing, I listen to people rap, I listen to people talk. I happen to, to run across something today, and today's Fresh on Fire will be sponsored by, I didn't know. Maybe you didn't know either.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
But I stumbled across, some black facts that had me on fucking fire. I ain't gonna say black facts, but things, matter of fact, things that we say all the time that we don't really know the meaning to. And then I'm like, damn, here I am looking like a motherfucking doofus, a motherfucking goofy, and I've been saying shit like this all my life. Let me start by saying this. I ran across something that was saying a lot of things, but the preface is, with some black people and some things that we've been saying and we don't even know we ignorant to. You ever played tag when you was little? You say itty, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe?
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Right. You ever thought about how tigers have paws and not motherfucking toes? I never thought about that until I heard the rest of the motherfucking story.
Oh shit, how it go, sir?
Well,
what's good? You on the shout out and check
Yeah, what had me fucked up was Edie Mighty Mo came from the Irish, and it was taken from some white people and necessarily broken down to something different, and it was prevalent all the way up until I want to say the 1950s to Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Catch a nigga, bro. If he holler, he won't work. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Holy shit! You know how many times we played tag and Relievio, and that was who determined that it was it? Fuck me up. So you know me, I said, well shit, I'm a rabbit hole nigga myself. I goes a little deeper. I said, oh shit, my man's favorite football team is racist. The name Cowboy is actually racist.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, it's actually racist. Because the whole meaning behind cowboy is a demeaning term to black cowhands, who they would call the white people who worked on the farms who worked with the cows. Oh, you a cowhand. But the black people who work with the farm and the cows and the horses, oh, they cowboys. I can't make this shit up.
Make this shit up, man.
So I go even a little bit further down in the rabbit hole.
Keep going, yo. Fuck
And what really fucked me up is something I always said, man. You know, I didn't think it was any motherfucking fucked up connotation behind it. But the dozens, or better yet, cheaper by the dozen. Now this is the one that set me the fuck off. Now in slavery times, they actually had what they would call baby meals. And that was where the actual term motherfucker came from. That's another one. I love that fucking word. Me and Samuel L. Jackson. Love that fucking word. But motherfucker comes from the baby meals that used to be on the slave plantations. So, if you having a whole bunch of babies, all of them ain't gonna come out healthy and all of them ain't gonna come out fully able. So some of them come out with mental and physical disabilities and incapabilities. So, as a slave owner, you say, well, look, I might got damaged goods, but they goods. So when I take them down to be sold as chattel, I probably get some money because they're cheaper by the dozen. Damn it, man. So when we say we doing the dozens, or crapping on people, flaming people, roasting people, but namely saying the dozens, that actually comes from people saying, oh, those are the dozens of black, disabled, or mentally incapable slaves that are cheaper by the dozen.
Damn it, man.
So to wrap it all the fuck up,
Shit.
I fucking hate white people sometimes.
That's what's making. That's dang. You on fire? Hold on, man.
Take a breather.
Look at that fan. Move over to the fan, bro. You good?
The breather on that.
God.
It was other things that I caught, man, that just fucked me up, man. It was one I was proud of. I said I didn't know hush puppies came from where it came from. Now when slaves was getting away, they're like, we gotta get off the plantation. We know how to get past the master. We know how to get past the overseers. The only thing we can't get past are these motherfucking dogs. So, you know what? As ingenuitive as us black people are, I said, all right, if that's the motherfucking last person we gotta get past, let's fry up some of that good dough, make some, make it with some confections in it, and we gonna throw that thing under the gate and say, hush puppy, hush. Hush puppy, hush. While we get the fuck away.
Yo.
Another thing that I was very proud of, a lot of people take up different fighting styles and things of that nature. You got your Muay Thais and your Jiu-Jitsus. They from Brazil and all this kind of stuff. I'm not sure if you're familiar with capoeira. Capoeira is a fighting style basically made up from black slaves. And what they would do is they would actually have to hide them practicing or getting better at fighting with incorporating dance in their fighting skills. So when the slave master, dumbass slave master, look at him, oh, look at these niggas over here dancing. And they actually practicing fucking you up right in your fucking face. Capoeira.
Hiding in plain sight, you
You knew it.
Yo, the shit had me on fucking fire, man. I was great. Smack my motherfucking plant manager just because.
Short for plantation.
That's where I went with it. That's where I went with it.
Shit.
Oh, this the plantation? I'll smack the shit out of you in this motherfucker. Hold on.
That's where you going with it.
That's where I was going. But that's what the fuck got
We on
fresh
fire,
on
man.
fire.
We gotta keep that energy, man. We gotta keep
Damn,
that same energy.
son.
Good Lord, gotta keep that energy, man.
Bad, son.
Sheesh.
Yo. Y'all know monkeypox is in Delaware, yeah?
Ha!
I did not know that.
Yeah, man, monkeypox in Delaware. I'm listening to the radio today too, right? And he's talking about they got like a monkeypox vaccine, and then you got to get the booster, and I'm not getting that shit, dog. I just don't feel like I need to get monkeypox vaccine.
Enough's enough, man. Like, okay, enough's enough.
Yeah, like what? I mean, come
Enough's
on, man.
enough.
Hey,
Monkeypox?
I still just want to know how the fuck you get monkeypox. So I want to determine how motherfucking scared or how motherfucking not scared I should be. How the fuck do you get
I'm gonna
monkeypox?
assume the same way you get chicken pox.
Not well, yeah.
Yes,
Because they said because from what I understand, you can get it from touching somebody. You know, chickenpox. You know, they had chickenpox back
Okay.
there. It was contagious. Your mom tell you stay the fuck home, and you know what I mean.
Put a calamine lotion on.
Right.
Well,
Oatmeal
shit,
bands
it's a
and shit,
motherfucker.
yeah.
So they say you can get this shit from touching the motherfucker. You know, just the same ways that you get like chickenpox. Like, you know, like he said. So
I did not know that.
I
I learned something.
Yeah,
I'm learning a lot. This has turned into an incredibly informative day.
that's what we do.
You know the experience.
That's what we do. That's
Shit.
what we do, man. We just go here and, you know, yell and holler and shit. You know what I
We
mean?
yell a lot, but
I mean, yeah, but we don't just yell and holler. We kick
in
facts.
between the decibels,
Kick songs.
there's jewels in there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I want to give a shout out, Soulside Nixon, my sis Shantae. You in the building.
Well,
Oh, you trying to get knowledge? Give me the motherfucking dates, nigga.
Does everybody want to hear that bullshit, Raheem? I be Sharif.
Hey, yo, so yo, it was a nigga. It was a dude in Connecticut, right? You know how you like you going in the building or something, you know what I'm saying, and you know having a glance behind you, see somebody coming, like a young lady or something, you come in but you hold the door till they come, you know what I'm saying, like just you sometimes just feel like nice and shit, you know what I'm saying?
right.
So bull going in a little building and shit. No, I'm sorry, he was coming out the building. You know, some motherfucker coming out with him, he held the door for the two ladies. And like shit happens sometimes, motherfucker don't say thank you, right? Who felt some kind of way? He pulled out the hammer and blasted him.
Whoa.
You never know what somebody going through, man. I'm not condoning gun violence here on the Fire and Ice experience.
So wait. Let me replay this in my head. Let me replay this in my head.
Yeah. Let that shit run through. Let it run
So
through.
he opens the door
True.
for the two young ladies. They neglect to show any sort of
Appreciation.
gratitude, appreciation.
Yep.
What the fuck?
He pulls out. Did they? Okay. So the next question is, well, I guess it really don't matter. So he Yosemite Sam's these motherfuckers straight up.
So he didn't actually shoot him. I just wanted. That just
Oh,
seemed
you
like
put some spice
that
on
just
it?
seemed a little more interesting
Okay.
than what. So he
I
did.
didn't think our society got dirty.
He did put a joint out on him though,
Okay.
and was like, "Yo, you motherfucker ain't gonna say thank you." That, you know what I'm saying? He didn't shoot him, but that just like when I played it in my head, that just sounded a little more.
brandished the weapon.
Yeah, he brandished the hammer on him. Like, yo, you can't say fucking thank. I imagine they said thank you after that. I'm not sure.
Oh,
but
man.
I'm probably.
At gunpoint,
So-
you can get a lot out of me.
But is it that serious, bro? Like,
Well, he's a fan of gratitude, man. You know, I'm trying to be chivalrous.
god damn.
I'm not
Sure
gonna.
you're
I don't
not
think it's
dead.
that serious. I don't think it's that
Man.
serious.
No, it's definitely not that
It's
serious.
never that serious.
It's
is
never
it?
that serious. Yeah. I mean, even the cussing out is not that serious, but
Oh, he definitely got locked up. Most definitely. Most definitely.
he was serious though. He was dead ass.
Most definitely. Yo, that's what made me think of that shit. Look, remember that shit?
Yeah.
New Justice. Most definitely. Most definitely.
Hey, the product.
Oh, most definitely. Yo. Hey, yo. Nah, but listen, man. Check it out. I got some shit I want to talk about.
He was dead serious about
Yeah,
that.
he was
though.
putting up games, man. So look, more of the story is say fucking thank you, man. This nigga's holding the door open. Yo, like goddamn.
Yeah, I will.
Shit ain't hard.
What's the likelihood of them two ladies saying thank you every time somebody open the door? Think they traumatized or no?
Yeah, I think they trauma. I don't think they even going like if somebody hold it, like nah, you come on. I don't think they gonna even let nobody do that shit.
Traumatized?
Nah, they traumatized.
That nigga like the fuck.
I think they definitely
Get
traumatized.
that nigga off the streets though.
I don't know. Iceman Mike got a point. How traumatized are you? If you're like,
Like, what?
oh, you put a gun out on me. You know, how traumatized are you if you got the wherewithal to call motherfucker 911? Like, oh, I ain't traumatized at all. This.
Oh, you know you been fucked up.
No, you done fucked up.
$5?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's just certain things that just make you think twice the second time, though. Because I'm sure it wasn't like, ooh, it was like, oh shit. I'm sure it didn't happen like that.
I will say, I think they'll think about.
They will at least think about it.
said,
But traumatized.
He put that hammer up and then they walked away, got in the car.
Almost definitely.
Yeah, it didn't happen immediately. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I kind of think they're gonna say thank you, man. Like,
Oh yeah, I can say yeah. They're gonna say thank you from now on.
If I had to guess.
But being traumatized, I'm not sure that was enough to traumatize them. You know what I'm saying?
Perhaps.
Them.
Perhaps.
If a nigga pull a hammer out on you, something like as trivial as that,
Connecticut.
I mean, but thinking about it like that, there's been a lot of people who
I
had
don't know the
hammers pulled out on them, and they're not traumatized.
Well, yeah.
but
But a lot of people who've never had a hand problem, so if they do, it could be very traumatizing.
True.
It's
It's
situational.
fair. It's fair.
You know,
It's
situational.
fair.
Yeah, I mean,
coming out the poppy store and you just grab yourself a bag of Skittles and shit, and, you know what I mean?
or you come out of Walgreens, CVS.
Yeah,
Right, yeah, that-
door for you.
If you're in the hood, if we come out of Cliff Coles, being brought the hammer,
Yeah, the likelihood of that happening could be.
it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
You think like
It's possible.
you half-ass like.
It's a lot of shock value.
I'm not really surprised. That's what I'm
There's a
saying.
lot of shock value there.
You coming out of motherfucking Whole Foods. And the nigga put a hammer out.
Yeah.
By no means were you expecting that shit.
Right. That's not to the front of
Yes, sir.
things that you expect to happen
Yes, sir.
coming out of Whole Foods.
Getting hit by a runaway car, yeah.
Possibly.
Seeing them motherfuckers chase somebody out the store for
Potentially.
Yeah.
Right.
Walmart shit, yeah.
Somebody
But
walking around eating a whole bunch of grapes and not paying for them,
Yeah.
for sure.
Nigga bring a camera on me. After I'm walking out of the store.
Yeah, that was down on the list of things I thought was going to happen today.
I would like to know what's going on in that man's mind.
Like, yo, I ain't
That
wake
part,
up,
man,
I ain't
that
wake
part,
up
man.
thinking about that shit, yo. Like,
How many women that day, or like, what? He just got to the point.
He
where
was at the end of his rope,
Yeah, he was
man.
at the end of his rope. He wasn't having that shit no more, man. Somebody gonna show some gratitude. This is much bigger than that. Than them not saying thank you, though.
he was at the end of
That's
his
much.
rope. Yo.
It's much bigger. Than
Oh man,
It's much bigger than
we
them
love
not
it,
saying
man. We
thank
love
you.
it. We love it when the family's in the
It's
building, man.
It's much bigger than them not saying thank you. That situation was much bigger than them not saying thank
Right, it was something else going on. This was a couple not
Yeah,
said thank yous that built up to this.
you. You pull a hammer out on the nigga walking out the door on two women.
Right. The next motherfucker don't say thank you. Watch. Watch me.
All right, we out.
All right, so dig it, right? So dig it. So young lady in Michigan, I believe it was, right? She go to the courthouse like, yo, I need a restraining order. You know what I mean? Homie threatening me, and I'm a little shook. You know what I mean? He threatening about his home, boom, 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 boom. So the courts reviewed her request, and they was like, nah, you ain't got enough evidence. Like, how we know, you know what I mean? He doing all this shit, boom, boom, boom. Man, cool. So the shit got denied. 3 or 4 days later, the nigga that she tried to get a restraining order on ran down on her, killed her, her son, I think it was her mom, and then murdered herself. So my first question is,
why don't you just start with you? Yeah, why don't you just start with you?
Right. Yeah, I have a lot of questions. But my first question is this. My first question is, would the restraining order have helped? I mean, at the end, there's a piece of paper.
Well, it kind of goes back to what we was talking about last week. Like y'all say, if a motherfucker want to put a bullet in you,
It wouldn't have helped.
9 times out of 10 they gonna put a bullet in you.
I agree with that.
I mean, I don't really know what the restraining order is going to do, other than documented. You're not supposed to be here. Like, the paper is not the deterrent. You know, the deterrent
Because ultimately, it's not like because you got the restraining order don't come with an armed guard.
Yeah.
Like you ain't. Oh, here's the restraining order.
There's no force field.
Like,
Now,
you
with
still
this-
got to
with
call
this,
the cops.
You get 24-hour security. Also, you
By the
get,
time the cops get there, he could have still killed all three of y'all in himself. So is it really a bad thing that they didn't issue the restraining order?
No, not really. I mean, yes, just from a logistical standpoint, yeah. But at the end of the day, like even if that restraining order went through, I'm pretty sure he had planned on killing her 3 days later anyway.
Yeah, I don't think that was going.
He planned on
I don't
killing
think
her.
he would give a fuck.
Yeah.
If you kill three people and yourself, well, you pretty much don't give a fuck about a whole lot of shit.
What's the likelihood that if first of all, he probably didn't even know he had a restraining order if it would have went through. He don't. It don't sound to me like that's a guy that care about a restraining order.
I don't think he give a fuck.
I don't think he care about a
He like
restraining
he
order.
just punching on it, like he.
Yeah, I want.
Damn.
She went there for a reason. Somebody help me with this nigga. Somebody
Right.
get this nigga off me, man.
I need some help.
Yeah.
Get me around this bitch.
I think they need to start understanding that part about it, though. Like, a motherfucker come to you and need to rely. Now, that's a lot of wolves crying wolves. I mean, motherfuckers crying wolves out there.
Funny though,
Right?
because some bitches do it and it don't be real. So
That's
you
true.
can't just go off. a
So
motherfucker
it is
coming
important that
saying,
you have proof.
Yeah.
True.
What proof is there, though? What proof? What's the
A
proof?
black eye.
I guess you can have like bruises and shit. And,
Motherfucker busted lip with
Yeah,
it.
well, okay,
A little blood trickle, motherfucker.
So it's a progression to get to that. Because a motherfucker go from yelling at you to jumping in your face to choking you up to smacking you around to all out beating you the fuck up to now.
because he
Oh,
could have
but
been
bullet
like,
him.
nah, I ain't touch that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure
she
he's not
had
gonna
no
be like-
bruises. There wasn't no video. So they were like, well, man, you don't got no proof. He said no. You said yeah. I mean, nah, you don't get that restraining order shit. And then 3 days later, boom, blank.
So let's say in a perfect world, the restraining order goes through. Then
Right.
what?
She died with a restraining order in the house. That's what I think.
He gets more charges. I mean,
He
like,
did.
He's yeah.
oh well, damn, that's even worse.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think he don't give a fuck about
What can we do? Because I mean, once again,
Shit.
back to the conversation a couple weeks ago. What the fuck can we do in this type of situations? Just nothing. Just
She could kill him first.
In that situation, man, I kind of feel like I've been hearing women talk, and I'm like, man, you got to take women's accusations a lot more seriously than you taking them. You know what I'm saying? If a restraining order is the least you can do, you got to do a little bit more for the women.
Let's say we
I mean, I don't know what more is. I don't know what
Potentially.
more is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what more is.
But let's say, because we don't know the details about that, right? Specifically, let's say she requested a restraining order 2 other times, and it was on some bullshit. And they
That's
discovered,
fair. That
nah,
could
it
be.
was on some bullshit.
Yeah, that could be
you
fair.
understand what I'm saying?
That could be
so,
fair.
you know, we don't really know the background. I agree with you now. I do agree that if a motherfucker shot with a black eye, somebody like, that nigga did that shit. Like, yeah, you should probably grant the motherfucker restraining order. You know what I mean? I think a lot of
Right.
women get fucked by the system at the end of the day.
Right, and that's basically what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, man, women get fucked by the system, whether whoever the other party is did what they did or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they ain't taking women's side anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's hold tight on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, well, and then when somebody pop up, like, we should have took it differently. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I don't know, man. I personally
but
just.
also
like,
let me say
Go ahead,
this.
go ahead.
I also want to say that they don't take a lot of shit as serious as they should take it.
That's true. That's true.
They knew who the Boston bomber was before he bombed some shit. You know what I'm saying? They knew who the Uvalde shooter was before he shot some shit up. So what I'm saying is, with the inactivity of a lot of things that you know or be brought to your attention, they don't do shit about it.
But with that, I agree with that. But with that being said, kind of like we touched on with the Uvalde shooter, right? All right, y'all knew that he was online looking at bombs or whatever the fuck the case may be, right? But there's fucking thousands of kids, young motherfuckers online looking at bombs and making online threats. It's like I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers who beating up chicks or women who request restraining orders, and a lot of them it ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we take all 1 million of these motherfuckers seriously,
It's a lot of people.
that's a lot.
Right. It's gotta be more of a median. I say that it's gotta be more of a median
I'll say that.
than just like
I'll
we
say
can't because some of them are frivolous. We gotta give them all. Like nah, man. You know what I'm saying?
You got to show up and have your fucking head blown off.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't just be that. Like sometimes a threat is a real threat, and you're like we got to take that serious. But I do understand if you're saying like you are innocent until proven guilty. You just can't just be showing up with accusations from out of nowhere.
Some of us.
But there's got to be a happy median.
Right.
There's got to be a happy median because there's
Intent don't come in until you commit the crime.
right that part. You know what I'm saying? That part.
And if the crime is murder, then you fucked.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying.
I feel
The intent to get right. The intent to like
I can't say what my intention is or until I do it.
right. We can't point out. We can't pinpoint intention
Let's
with a lot of
Can we
things.
say this though? Can we say this? If there's a track record, because of course we're talking about situations where there's no track record, but if there's a track record, you might be able to say, okay, well, you progressing towards X, Y, and Z. Because this is her third time we didn't take any credence to it. Now she showed up, she got bruises all over the place, we do the restraining order, you whip her ass again.
You go to jail overnight. Like they don't give a fuck about domestic
Right.
violence, bro.
The funny thing is, man, they know with escalation, the same way it's escalation. You know what I'm saying? They be like, well, we kind of figure it's only going one way or another.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We intended to beat the shit out of this girl, so we gotta stop it. Like
right, you know, so mostly like you escalate like this. You got to escalate evidence.
it's assault. I mean,
Right, you know, the assaults are escalating. It's like
kill somebody,
locked up and a restraining order, but then it's like you said, ain't no 24-hour security. I might get locked up.
Right. Once I
I'm
get
gonna
out,
a restraining order.
they'll probably be even more mad at
that's
you.
infuriating me
You know
now.
what I'm saying?
Now I'm infuriated.
Somebody want to drink with me?
That's real.
Now I'm infuriated.
We all ahead of you, bro.
Okay, all right.
Now I'm infuriated. All right, we out, man. We out.
Shit. Let that drink it though. So yo, dig it, right? So at 4:23, approximately 4:23 a.m. Monday,
approximately.
Sunday going into Monday.
Okay.
4:23 a.m.
It ain't the next day till I wake up.
All right, well, you don't count.
Jose.
Nigga. On the subway in Philly, right? A woman was raped at gunpoint.
I'm sorry. What time again?
Yeah, 4:23 a.m.
Oh, this is
Sunday
where
going
this-
into
where this-
Monday.
Yo, this was the crazy shit.
I forget exactly what subway line it was, but it's in Philly. I forget the location. So it's definitely some crazy shit. So when I first heard the story, it was woman gets raped at gunpoint. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But then they said the subway don't start running till 4:45, 5 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, she was early as shit. All right, cool, right?
Didn't know that.
So then I read a little more, and they say the woman and her boyfriend
Wait, what's this?
was in the subway having sex already. And then Bull
nigga came through.
woke down on him, was like, "Yeah, my man."
turn. I'm the 16th man.
He was like, "Yeah, yo, get up, out. Yo, get up."
Yo.
And then he was like, "Yo," he made him watch, like, "Yo, look at me, nigga."
Wow.
And he commenced to raping homeboy girl.
That nigga-
Now, don't get
Bro,
us
that's-
wrong.
you're so
laughing.
wildin'.
We're laughing. And, we're not laughing at the rape. We don't condone rape.
Man, I'm laughing like ironically, and I'm like,
But God
they
damn
had to
it,
keep
man.
just crying. Like, what the fuck just happened here?
That's wild as fuck.
That's wild,
I
son.
got a lot of questions about that.
Hey, yo,
Nah, what happened.
Yeah. My question, True.
Shit,
What are you thinking if you the guy that's sitting there watching? Like, what's going through your mind?
You don't wonder why they was having sex and so at 4:23 in the morning.
They criminally horny.
well, I could say if the line go up till 4:45 and it's public, that's probably the perfect place to go and have sex.
Or not.
I would assume that ain't the first time they've had sex there at that time and that particular time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sex and so we have sex a lot of places.
right? You know what I'm saying? So,
That ain't your first choice.
right, we got a couple spots we know we can go to and get our scripty off, as we used to say. You know, they don't open up till 4:45.
Huh?
I'd have bounced.
If you was a dude,
I'd have bounced.
hey, whoa.
Now in my head, I ain't gonna lie. In my head, I'm thinking this.
So while you joint getting ripped, you bouncing, but he put a gun at the bull. Was like, yo, you want to watch?
You had to fire at me.
Yeah, you got to shoot me in my
You
back.
had to fire at me. I'm not standing. I'm not. Listen,
But nobody got shot because they complied.
listen. Nah, but she might be scarred for life.
I mean, she gonna be scarred for life if you run too, nigga.
Nah, because what?
She really gonna be
If you
scarred
leave,
if
she
you take
scarred for
off.
life too.
Nah, but listen. I know what's gonna happen if I run. She ain't gonna get raped.
That part.
Cause he gonna chase after you.
He gonna dump. He ain't gonna be in the
Right.
pussy dumping at me.
He gonna shoot at me.
Nah.
Nah. Cause actually, you thinking about.
But I think
Cause this is what I'm thinking
Nah,
about.
but that's what I'm saying.
If you run off,
By the time wherever I go, it's a cop right at the front.
you run into the law.
Ain't nothing gonna happen. I'm not talking about, but I'm not standing at gunpoint and watching you. No, nigga, I'm flight, nigga. You gonna have to, and by you doing that, you ain't raping her.
It ain't no rape now.
You know what I'm saying?
So by
Now
running,
I know
you
what's
say
going on.
that.
You busting shots.
I might save you from a rape. I might possibly die, be paralyzed, whatever. Critically wounded,
Gunpoint.
and watching a
Got
rape.
too many for
He's
nothing.
like this.
For nothing.
It's crazy.
Man, you gotta prove to me. You all know. Listen, there's a lot of niggas that pull out and ain't gonna do nothing. Man, you gotta prove to me, dog.
Mind
I
you.
see your logic. I see your logic.
Man,
I see your logic.
Now I was thinking about it like this. Net
You
rape.
already freak nigga. Why you want to watch it? Wow.
What the
Listen.
You wanna watch this? Yo, I started thinking. I'm thinking like this. Who the fuck is out?
Apparently.
Hurry up, bro.
You put the gun down. You put the gun down.
Hurry up, bro.
Yo, I'm thinking like this.
Damn, dog.
I'm thinking like this at 4:45 in the morning. Who the fuck's out 4:45 in the morning? Street people. Not saying anything.
People gotta
good.
go to work real early. Potentially.
Nah,
Street people.
street people.
I'm sure they were.
I ain't saying they homeless,
I'm
but
just saying.
street people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Street people. Now I'm going down. I'm thinking of this thought process. Okay, you're married.
Whoa. That's, hold on. Hold
Okay.
up, hold up. So, let's just say for the sake of argument, they street people, right? So, either one or two things. The nigga with the gun is a regular nigga, or a street person with a gun.
Yeah.
So, if you're a regular nigga, you really wanted to rape on the street?
Here's
That's
just,
where you going with it?
they all street people.
Raped up there every day.
They all street people. They're all street
No,
people.
I said if that's not, I said there's a regular dude with a gun.
Well, they got a picture of him, and he. I don't know. I mean,
Did he
sometimes.
appear to be a derelict?
No. Well, he didn't appear. He didn't appear to be homeless. Is what I'm saying.
And I ain't saying that the people who was getting raped were homeless.
I get you.
What I am saying is,
speaking to his point, he didn't appear. He had a little sweatshirt
gotcha.
on.
But what I am saying is,
nigga.
if you ain't a street person, you ain't necessarily taking a chance of fucking in a public place at 4:30 in the morning.
That's very public.
That's very public. Because we can actually just wait till we get on this train and go and do what we doing. And that's the difference between street people and people who ain't in the streets. You don't like that. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if you were already thinking I'm going to fuck out here, look, freaks is freaks. I get that.
It's a freak nigga.
Yeah, just.
I don't believe, could be, but I don't believe they will.
You ain't never been in the mall with your lady and
this ain't the mall. This ain't the mall, and I ain't never really.
Man, but you know.
No, this is all hypothetically speaking. But I'm thinking all parties involved are street people.
You never finger bang nothing in the joint, in the restaurant or nothing.
In the restaurant. Man, that was a long time ago. I mean, yeah, I have.
So low, nigga.
No, I have.
At the dinner table.
Really? Wait.
Really?
Now we talking about dinner table?
Right.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Not at 4:45 in the morning.
No, this might be.
I'm talking about the specific time for something in the morning. That's a street person type of thing. That's a street. Those are scary hours. You feel what I'm saying? People who ain't supposed to be out at scary hours ain't out at scary hours.
She wasn't by herself then. She was with her nigga.
Right. That's.
She could have been going to work with her or something and walking her to the train. They probably all kissy lovey dovey like let's get it for the people.
Might be leaving after our
I agree.
And I don't believe that though.
I don't necessarily think they had to be street people.
No,
I know some horny motherfuckers, dog. Like you know what I'm saying? They listen. Real shit.
I get it. And that's fair. I'm just saying, the thought process I'm thinking, I'm like, at that time in the morning, everybody involved are different type of people who I would say go by different rules, but any motherfucking thing can happen at those type of hours. But I say the type of people who are out at those type of hours.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, all of y'all kind of know what can happen
at this time.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying you should get raped or whatever like that. I know it's freakball motherfuckers out there. The odds are they probably wasn't just freaks. Now, it's fair they are. I mean, it's fair that you say they are. Odds are freaks ain't just out randomly, and they could be going to work at something in the morning. But how close are they going to be to fuck at this time, at this hour, this time? You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. It's too many things to line up that way. I'm like, nah, these are scary hour motherfuckers who did scary hour shit.
I see your point.
To me.
But it could go the other way also.
And they got there looking for a jokes.
He was already looking for the jokes.
He was looking for a jokes.
You see that later.
And instead of the jokes, he found something.
He found something. Well, yeah, he found something a little better, I guess.
Okay, we seen what he saw and wanted to fuck.
That part.
And you thinking, who the fuck does this here? Who the fuck does this here at this particular time? Oh, these motherfucking people who out at this time that got the same kind of thought. Come, now I'm just saying, we all speaking hypothetically, Bo. I'm saying we've all been out 4:30 in the morning. We ain't necessarily in the subway fucking. We got something to do. Now, by odds, they could be going to work and he could be walking her to work. But what I'm saying is at that time in the morning, that's more or less scary hour motherfucking time.
It was Snyder Street Station.
South Philly.
Yeah.
South Philly.
Yeah.
Wow. Very interesting.
Very interesting, but
man, like,
I'm running off because, like you said, the rape is not going to occur after that. Because I think if you run it off, I'm thinking scary hour motherfucker thinking he running to the cops, or the cop gonna see him running and stop him. You feel what I'm saying? And this is the thought pressing motherfuckers out that time in the morning.
But look and be like, oh shit, and walk away. This nigga really just walking like, I want a piece of that.
I was about to say that.
That's a scary hour mentality. That's what I'm saying. That's a scary hour mentality.
But check this out. If you a nigga who who saw that and said, I want some eggs now.
You're a fucking predator.
Do you really? If you run off, am I even thinking to myself, oh, he running for the cops? Am I logical? Am I?
Well, you might not be logical, but you may be thinking,
Do I give a
what
fuck?
the fuck? You might be thinking like a scary-eyed motherfucker. You give a fuck? Because I don't think you just. Exactly.
You don't want me to.
I don't think you just
run
going.
off and go
No,
get
you
the
got that one because I'm a pussy.
I damn sure don't think.
When the gun came out, though, I mean,
I damn sure don't think you're gonna be able to just run home at Mach speed and nobody stops you and nobody says, "Hey, that guy's running at 4:30 in the morning, Mach speed." It's just
for you to be done.
he just left his septic token at home. No,
right now.
if he was seen running, even if he didn't stop and talk to any septic police, they'd be like, "Why the fuck is he running?"
you believe that?
At least I would think they would think. You know what I'm saying?
At 4:23, somebody
Hey,
gonna say,
nigga, why you running? Come here.
At 4:23, somebody gonna say that?
Now, mind you, like you said, it ain't even open at 4. So he's like, I don't know what was going on, but I don't know if I'm gonna stand there and let the rape just occur.
That's a whole cluster.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not
That's
just
what
gonna.
makes me
Okay.
piggyback on his shit. Because when you started, it was like it wasn't open. So that means I get the sense that it was probably somebody sleeping in there. Two people.
But it was
joint.
open. The train just hadn't started running yet.
You know what
But
I
the
mean?
station was open.
Right, the station.
It's
That's where people,
somebody-
homeless people or street people,
Or people go to the bus stop 15 minutes early too.
True. Yeah.
They ain't necessarily homeless.
No, I'm just
You got to
saying.
work 6:30. You got to catch a couple buses to get there.
That's
You might
true.
get the bus stop at 4:30.
True. I am a motherfucking a tester of that.
Listen, I hear all that,
But
but for that motherfucker to be empty for a whole city to go Philadelphia, for no one that ever wants to get to work early.
Cuss by. Yeah, you ain't the only motherfucker. You ain't the only motherfucker got to go to work this early.
This is Philadelphia we talking about.
You ain't the only motherfucker with the same job position.
That shit was closed. They was living in there. That was their house. They was fucking in their house. Nigga broke in.
they was at the wait.
Nigga broke in.
He broke in their crib.
They broke in the crib.
These scary hour rules. I caught you fucking out in public. You owe me pussy. I caught you fucking out. What you gonna do? Run to the police?
Oh, word, it's easier than I
It's
thought.
exactly what you gonna do. Run to the police?
And you got roasted, motherfucker.
We ain't even open. Except they ain't even open.
That was a shot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I done ran across some pussy.
What?
Like, sir, you can pull your pants up.
Your part of this excursion is over with.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, the eyes closed.
I just can't watch. I just can't watch.
Man, this motherfucker.
She got to be mad at you.
Everybody gotta be mad.
Man, listen, she got to be mad at
Yeah,
you.
like nigga, punch this nigga, pinch him something, spit on him something, shit. Call his mama a hoe, something, shit. You just gonna watch this shit? Damn. God, man. I'm out.
Back, man.
Preacher boy Cochise.
Earl, man, got cornbread.
They scared cornbread.
Man.
I ain't watching that shit.
Nah,
This.
I can't. I can't be a part of this shit. I can't be a part of this fuckery.
I hope they catch you, man. Every day, that's some fuck.
Yeah, man, that's fucked up, man.
Rape is probably the worst crime on the planet. And besides, like, raping kids. Like, any, you know what I'm saying? Doing anything to kids. Anyway.
That's terrible, man.
So, yo, so you know how you, like, you know, you see this shit all the time, like, motherfuckers on the internet, like a whole squad of chicks, 10, 11, 12 of them go to dinner and shit, right? And then the check come out, motherfuckers arguing and like, why the fuck is that so hard? Like, we've been out as a crew before. I mean, not the days that we like ate and ran, the days that we actually paid. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't.
That's like recent.
We didn't been. Man, y'all did that shit recently?
That's recent,
Too old for that shit.
Names and faces will be withheld to protect the innocent.
Why the fuck is that so hard though, dog?
No.
I know what I ordered. I ordered. Oh, that's about $20. Hit with 20 plus a little something for the tip. Like, why the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck?
No,
Am
man.
I missing
It's-
something?
It's you know what it is. You know what it is, man. It's when you got motherfuckers that's ordering fucking appetizers and the main course.
What's wrong with that?
And motherfuckers is getting drinks and all that shit. It's the volume of shit motherfuckers getting, man. And
Math ain't math.
it be that one. Nah, what it is it be that one motherfucker who get a sandwich and shit, right? Sandwich and water. And that motherfucking shit is like $12 and they like this.
Because everybody be like, yo, the bill $200. Let's just split it even. Nigga, like, whoa.
And I had a turkey and cheese
Nigga, I
sandwich.
had water, mozzarella sticks, nigga.
Hold
I'm
tight.
giving y'all $40.
Like that.
Well, hold on.
I don't know those situations though.
I respect that. Nigga, if I'm just hanging out, I'm not even hungry. I'm just here because, you know, I'm hanging with the homies and niggas tell me, yo, the bill $200, that's 50. Nigga, I ain't eat. Fuck you, I'm not giving you $50. I'm not. Y'all gonna be mad. I don't give a fuck.
Hey yo.
I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? If we all ate, cool. I get that shit. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you ain't about
It be the motherfucker.
You about to feed me.
Normally it be the motherfucker there trying to be cheap. It be the motherfucker that all he got was wings and lemon water. It be that motherfucker. I'm trying to tell you. It be him. He get wings and lemon water.
Hey yo.
And he already walked out the house saying, "Man, I got a hot 15. This is
That part.
That motherfucker that scanned the menu and said, "Bet $12.99. Let me get the wings."
I'm in there.
It was like
I'm
something to drink.
in there like
lemon water. Motherfucker he already took his shots in the car.
some sugar packets.
He ain't paying. He not getting nothing else. Everybody else having a ball and shit. Motherfuckers getting drinks. Niggas got Coronas.
That nigga like this.
Niggas got drinks.
That
They
ice-
got wings.
Nibbling on his wings.
and ice water.
Ice water.
Now when the bill say $250, everybody else like, yo, man, just toss a couple dollars, boom. That nigga slide. It's $12, it's $13, $14 up, and that's it.
Not even a tip.
No.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Because if the nigga go there and get wings and that's it, don't give a fuck about no
He's
tip.
not a tipper.
It's just
Hey
not a tipper.
my man.
That's not a tipper,
Hey
bro.
my man.
I got 2 hot ones for you. It be that nigga.
But what's wrong with that though?
It's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it.
Speaking
Nothing wrong with it, man.
Speaking from the perspective of the nigga been on both sides of this motherfucking bill. There's been times I've came out, man, I got $20.
Right.
I got $20. And that bill come back $250. Hey man, I still got that same $20 motherfucking dollars.
That's my thing is this. Let niggas know before we get in there.
Now that was
Let niggas know you like before
right.
you get in there. That's my thing.
Right.
Listen,
Now when I was
listen,
younger.
if it's women around, the nigga ain't gonna let niggas know you.
Well, nah, let me know though.
Now
Even if that's the case, definitely let me know because I know you ain't trying to be.
now
I got this dub.
You got $20, nigga?
That bill $300.
Now, as a
On
nigga,
this dub.
as a nigga that's been on the other side of the bill, like, yo, fam, you actually came out with that dub. I had to take both sides of fresh into account. I'm like, yeah, he may have just come out with that dub. You know what you right?
A
hard dub.
But the nigga might not have planned on going out. He just stepped out the door, yo.
Now, here's the thing. Now
There, he's like, yo, I only got $20.
Here,
Like, oh,
no, I look. Do not disclose whatever in your pocket with me.
I need to know, cuz.
Here's where I stand on those things today.
Cause I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do when I'm gonna tell you if you don't tell me, then I'm gonna now label you the nigga that when we go, yeah, we got separate checks, bro. We got separate checks.
We all together, but
We the
that
separate
nigga's
checks,
on his
nigga.
own.
Yeah, we the separate checks, nigga. Now.
Being a nigga that has had a separate check and paid for, extra, I'm like, yo, I had to respect the hard 20. But nowadays, I do not go out of the house when people say, oh, we going out. I do not go out. Me, myself, I do not go out with just the hard 20. I'm like, hey man, it might be somebody there with just a hard 20. And I still want to have a fucking good time. And not just me having a good time. Cause you not having a good time might fuck with me having a good time.
If you got that hard 20.
So I don't even want to get into the realm of you only had a hard 20. You know what? I'm only going out with motherfuckers who I only feel like I might want to put a little extra on the bill so we all continue to have a good time. You feel what I'm saying? I don't go out with a nigga.
Totally different guy.
Nah, I don't go out much.
You never know what you get.
I don't go out much.
But if I don't tell you I only got $20, how you gonna know you need to put out
Here-
extra on the bill?
If I'm with you and you only got $20, the bill's getting paid regardless. Period. If I'm with a nigga that I just met or we just heard we're gonna get together and go to D&H, nah, you might have to have your own bill, but I may not go out. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, I'm already making a judgment on you. Like, I think he may be a hard dub nigga. I'm not going out.
You hanging out with new niggas now? You got new friends?
As I said, I don't go out much, and it's been very rare, and especially recently that I went out with somebody who I actually thought like he got a hard dub. I'm gonna stay home. You know what I'm saying? I got with y'all niggas. The bill is nothing. You know what I'm saying? The bill is nothing. Like, all right, what is it? All right, cool. It's getting paid. I don't necessarily go out with anybody who I actually think I have to have those thoughts about. So,
Dog, I've been in large groups, man, and the bill comes out, man, and motherfuckers is pulling out calculators. This shit is so annoying.
this nigga got an abacus?
Yo,
What is this?
bro.
What is this?
But not only one, it'd be 3 motherfuckers pulling out the calc. Yo, and it takes 30 minutes to. I'm like,
I'm not.
oh man.
That's not a time I want to have at this point in my life. I'm like, you know what?
Suck the whole life out the dinner, man.
If I feel like you gonna be the hard dub nigga or babe, I'm stay home, man. I got shit on my bar.
Nah, what about
you know what I'm saying? I
what
keep
about that
weed,
dude?
man.
What about that dude that be like, yo, put 20 on my debit card?
Well, me,
I put 20 on my debit card.
I had to win.
And then I got, like, come on, bro. So you want this one with one debit card or another debit? Come on.
if that comes up when I call, like, you know what? Nah, you know what, fam.
Too much work, man.
We got this time, but I'm gonna even let you know, fam. In social settings where we don't buy our own or bring our own motherfucking booze, don't invite me.
This ain't how you act, nigga.
This ain't how you do this. This ain't how you go out. I mean, and that's what I was saying, being a person who came from the perspective or once had a perspective of, man, I got a hard dub, but I'm going out. That's not a fun way to really go out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I gotta really budget. You know me, I turn into Bassy. Like, man, I'm trying to have fucking fun, and we not sparing expense. You know what I'm saying? This is what the fuck we doing. Motherfucker might buy a house tonight. Who knows?
Oh, shit.
You feel what I'm saying? But I didn't come out to penny pinch. I didn't come out to penny pinch nothing with anybody I came out with.
Yo, did you see the video? Not pretty sure this was a hoax, just like the dude bringing in McDonald's for his son.
Yeah, that was definitely a hoax.
Did you see the video with the babe outside the club, her and like 5 or 6 other girls, and she's screaming on Bull because
I didn't see
He
this.
didn't pay for it all.
he didn't pay for all of their food. You see that?
Yeah, I seen
I'm not.
Yo,
paying for everything.
I'm not sure what's going on with these babes, man, but they asking a lot out of a nigga these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, what just happened?
Listen,
It's 5 of y'all? I got by your all kielbasa? Hold up, this gonna be I don't know what you call that when it's 5 of y'all in the bedroom, but what the fuck's going on? I've been rapping to you all night.
Wait, you buying what?
I can have Elon Musk.
I can't buy kielbasa for all of y'all, man. What the fuck?
Elon Musk money. How the fuck did you other 4 motherfuckers get here?
You should be used to me spending.
Put it this way: there's no
And all this sweet
there's no
whining and
I'm paying
dying,
for
but
all
I'm
5 minutes.
fucking
It's
you
not gonna happen.
tonight. I buy you a kielbasa, I'm fucking you. You
I'm
need
just,
to know.
I don't care. All right, so
You
if
need to know it.
first of all, okay, what setting is it gonna be where I'm gonna have to pay for all? I can't call you and say, yo, meet me here, and you show up with 4 other women. The date is over.
It's not even a date.
It's not even a date.
If
Like,
I'm in the restaurant, and I'm talking to you, and this is our initial conversation, and I bag you, and you say, okay, well, you got to pay for dinner for. Okay, no, I don't. I don't want that number. I'm out.
or let's put a glass half full perspective on this. I date all y'all now. let me know what's going on here. Let me know what's going on here. The ball's in y'all court.
Now you can't leave.
now I date all of y'all now. I mean, I gotta get
the stream going home.
leashes wet. What the fuck?
It's about to get real funky.
It's going to get. I gotta buy all your kielbasa. It's gonna be some kielbasa slung down this motherfucker. I tell you that.
I have Elon Musk money, man. It's just the principle.
The principle.
Shout out Narda. What up, dude?
If
I'm not that nice. What the fuck? I'm a nice guy, person.
You know what? I'm at full disclosure. I'm not sure there's a woman on this earth I bought something for and they ain't got kielbasa after that.
Shout out Darren Midget. Shout out QC.
It's kielbasa being slung around this motherfucker. You show up with 5 of y'all and y'all all want kielbasa. Alright. Alright.
First of all, if we out and you order kielbasa, I don't like it no more.
Yeah,
That's worse.
Whatever it
That's
is.
worse than a hard 20.
Ain't nothing wrong with kielbasa, but if you go to a restaurant and order kielbasa, I don't like it
Oh,
no more.
the nigga with the hard 20 man favor. I ain't gonna ask that of you, but you gonna, hey man,
I don't order no kielbasa, man. That's some bullshit.
alright. Glizzy.
That nigga says kielbasa.
Deluxe glizzy.
I eat kielbasa.
I love it.
At a restaurant?
Maybe.
Damn, we even sell it at a lot of restaurants.
You never thought about it.
Exactly.
You never thought about it at a restaurant.
No, I eat it at home.
Right, absolutely.
The hell I just said. You never thought about it at a. You never looked at me and said, I want to get kielbasa. Never.
Kielbasa, everything else. Kielbasa, everything else. You're not thinking about
I don't eat
kielbasa.
half the stuff on the menu.
You ain't gonna eat the kielbasa.
I know a sidebar note.
Have you ever had kielbasa at a restaurant?
No, I've only had that at home.
Because
Right.
it's just like, you ain't even thinking about looking for the kielbasa, and they're not even thinking about serving
But
it.
it come on a hot dog truck or something where you had a very
Right, usually you get it from
Look
the
at
truck.
how-
Oh,
Glizzy, but they
How
not
we get to a
serving-
hot dog truck?
They don't
How
even
we
serve
get
those.
there?
But you know how like
Cool
when you
with
go to
that.
events and shit, they had the vendors and stuff, and they be having like the hot dog trucks. What if one of them trucks got kielbasa?
How do we get
I
there?
can get it.
How do we get to the truck?
Well, it's the
I mean,
same
from
as
where
a
we were.
restaurant. It's the same as like a restaurant. You just ask anybody.
they got
It's
kielbasa,
the same as a
motherfucker.
restaurant.
They got
killed.
killed.
On the menu, yes.
Cool. You ain't gonna let it go, so I'm gonna let it go.
You gonna eat some kielbasa.
Nah, you're right. You're right.
Eat kielbasa.
We appreciate audience participation. Yo, check this out, though. Y'all been to Sesame Place when y'all was kids?
Ooh, yes I have.
You
Honestly, no, not
You?
when I was a kid. I've been to Sesame Place
been
more
to
as
Sesame
an
Place?
adult.
You?
I've been to Sesame Place more as an adult.
Or as an adult, taking your kids. True. Dang, man. So, yo, listen. First I only saw... First I only saw on, I don't know, one of them socials. It was 2 little black girls, right? They in line, and you know the star, what they call characters, go down the little
The parade, the Sesame Street
go
parade.
down the street, and you on the side of you, hey, motherfucker, waving this shit. So it was like motherfuckers lined up, white people, 2 little black kids, right? So the motherfucker Rosita, I think is the character's name, right? Rosita walking by, getting motherfuckers high fives and boom, boom, boom and shit. She get this little white motherfucker high five, this motherfucker and little black girls like this, putting their hand out trying to get a little high five.
Let the record
She was
reflect.
like
I
this.
hate
She
white
looked at him, was
motherfuckers
like-
sometimes.
It kept it moving, right? I was tight about this, but then I saw some other shit, right? I saw some other shit where, who the fuck was it? What character was it?
Ernie or Bird.
Fucking one of them niggas. They my niggas was my. I don't like them no more. Bird
After
or
I saw
Ernie.
that shit.
Yeah. So they Bird and Ernie. I don't know which one walked down the street and shit. And they, smacked a couple hands. It was a little black girl, and the motherfucker said,
What the fuck can you say to the face?
He like, give it to her. Word, but the nigga,
But it was
nigga with a little,
clearly disrespectful.
and she was
Clearly.
like, yo, like, y'all see that? Little girl.
Hey, yo, what the fuck's going on at Sesame Place, man? Y'all need to holler at me, man.
That was a collective group effort, though.
Yo, what the
was teamwork.
fuck? What the fuck is going on
That's a
with,
mentality.
with,
So
with
they-
people, man? What
they
the fuck
put
is
out a
going
statement,
on?
And in the statement, they didn't really
Hold on, let me
apologize.
Now, Sesame Place is in Langhorne. Langhorne
True.
is not exactly,
The most inclusive?
yeah.
Oaks,
You may travel
PA?
there to Sesame Place, but for the most part, your workers are going to be from that area, which is a very predominantly,
Potentially.
you know,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know anyone that goes to Langhorne or has been in Langhorne outside of Sesame Place. So you might be right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a mall up there that people like to frequent.
But I mean, after you come from Sesame Place.
Yeah, you don't wake up something going to Langhorne Mall.
I've never done that. I don't think no.
So Sesame Place put out a statement and pretty much was like, you know, here at Sesame Place, you know, our workers are all inclusive. You know, we don't discriminate.
You gotta watch this shit.
Blah,
You
blah,
gotta-
blah, blah, blah.
You gotta go on the interweb
No,
and see.
listen,
They got a mixtape, a montage.
That shit is crazy.
They have a
man.
montage, man. It's crazy.
You ain't see that shit, bro?
You gotta
It's,
see this
it's
shit,
crazy because I'm the type of person. I'm not gonna lie. I have my conspiracy theories, but I will always give you the benefit of the doubt the first trip. I'm like, let me see what everything is going on. Now in the back of my mind, I'm like, I ain't think it happened. But when you see shit like this, you're like, man, this is not by surprise. This is not by. I don't believe in coincidences. Because after you,
I urge you to watch this shit, man. Because
yo, it was a montage. It was a montage of little kids getting dissed and smacked. Like, what the fuck is going
I
on?
will say this. I just remember initially, excuse me, Sesame Place made a whole bunch of excuses, didn't really apologize. They did come back and eventually apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was to the mother of the kids who he just kind of ignored when they put their hands out. And they said they would pay for her and the family to come back, blah, blah, blah. She was like, nah, I'm cool. I ain't
Right,
never
I'm cool on
You know what
that.
I'm saying? But how you bounce back from that, though, man? Like,
But I ain't
if
gonna
you the parent, do
lie.
you want to fight
Rosita?
Rosita now?
Kinda,
little bit?
yeah, a little bit. I
Oh,
want
Ernie, he smacked a little.
hands and feet. I want to put. Oh, now you actually, I see like,
But the one that smacked.
you put actual hands on my 5-year-old or whatever year old, like,
kid though. What are the characters?
Oh,
ran
my-
down?
yeah, like bumped them over, like, yo, what the fuck?
One of the characters ran down on the kid.
When it's dissing my kid by walking past him is one thing. Yeah, I might have some words. You might get a sternly written letter, some shit like
Not a
that.
sternly written letter.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
parade might be a little off.
No, I'm in the parade from now after that. But physically touching, not even my C's. If I got some C's with me, you know what I'm saying? Let the record reflect if y'all C's with me at Sesame Place and y'all see this video. I fully expect y'all like, oh, okay, that's why the fuck they had to call the cops up because of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even gotta be my seed. Like, yo, what the fuck just happened? You just put your hands on some kids.
Yeah, he like kind of bum rushed the kid, man. Like,
Knock them down and shit like these is kids, man.
yeah, you got to see that shit. We can't do this shit.
You can't have
Justice.
it's certain jobs you can't have a bad day at. You can't go to a job at Sesame Place. You work at Sesame Street and have a bad day. You can't have a man. Fuck Groucho. Fuck hippopotamus. Fuck
Big
big.
Bird.
You can't have those days. Like doctors can't have bad days. Policemen can't have bad days. Motherfuckers who work at Sesame Place can't have bad days. You know what I'm saying? You just can't have bad days. A motherfucker like me who don't work in the public sector, I can have a bad day.
Like,
It's crazy, man. You can't have a bad day, man.
Costumes, man. Definitely gotta watch when you putting under these costumes, man.
Oh, yeah, you right now.
We out, man. We out. I urge you to watch that shit, man. It's crazy. That shit is wild, man.
I want to see that shit again.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of shit be making me mad. That kind of shit be making me mad. Just like I want to smack a motherfucker over listening about all that shit about black people. I
Hey,
was like,
Grover. I used to like Grover, man.
Yo, I used to fuck with Bird and Ernie. I'm feeling some
Rover
type of
was
way
my
now.
Yo, everybody saying they gay these days.
Knock the kid over, man.
Yo!
Like, yo, what the fuck, cuz?
Knock her down, man!
Like, yo, you just knocked over my seed.
Yeah, like, what are you doing, man? Like,
You calm the fuck down, cousin.
what part of the act is that? Like,
Calm the down. I know they ain't teach you that in Sesame Street school. They ain't teach you that shit. Run up on, knock them down. They ain't teach you that shit when they say, here's the costume. With great costume comes great responsibility. They ain't teach you that shit. What the fuck? Yo, bro's over here dying. He's over here dying about how they assault these kids.
Yo, nah, man. Yo,
He dying.
there's some racist ass shit. Man.
Yo, you scared me like, yo, what the fuck is happening?
This joint though, look, like he don't even look. You ain't serious?
I know, I don't see you
listen
or
to-
feel you. I don't see you, feel you, none of that shit. I felt you though. I seen you though. I felt you and seen you.
Yo, racism.
Man,
everywhere.
fuck it.
Even
I'm
in
glad my
Sesame
kid's too
Place,
damn old to
bro.
go to Sesame Place, so fuck him. Fuck him with a long sick dick.
Yo, who knew that racism was at Sesame Place, bro?
Well, you do know now.
You know what? Nah, Dave Chappelle put his D. So usually you know how
Did
they.
he?
He said you know how the fuck they treat Grouch. The Grouch. He said I live in a fucking trash can. You know what I'm saying? You know what? The Sesame Place ain't all that sesame. You feel what I'm saying? Put us in the car.
Yo, this shit is egregious.
Yeah, that shit's blatant as a motherfucker.
Mm.
That shit wasn't even like,
You ain't trying.
that shit wasn't covert or nothing. That shit was blatant.
You just woke up and knocked her down.
Take that. Take that, motherfucker.
Fucked up.
You might as well cuss that, motherfucker.
So check this out, right? So in San Diego, the COVID numbers didn't jump back up, right? So they mandated masks again. San Diego School District, I'm sorry, in San Diego School District, they mandated masks inside for the rest of like the summer session. Is this shit ever gonna go away? No, is this like the new normal?
Nah, it's a lot
Max
of money.
on, max
a lot of
off,
money in
max
this
on,
COVID
max
shit
off.
now, man.
Speak on this, huh?
There's a lot of money in this COVID shit, man. It ain't going away. This is just the way of life now, man.
What's the money in the vaccines and shit?
It's money in that, not to mention
Masks.
control. Money and control. There's a lot going on with that, man.
It's money and control, man. Money equals control. Control equals money.
For the most part, though, like as far as international travel goes, you no longer have to be masked
You don't have to be vaccinated.
or vaccinated.
For the
But-
majority of the country.
For the, right.
Yeah.
But I just got a feeling it's going to go back, yo, like at some point. You know what I'm saying?
I
If it
wouldn't
ain't,
shock me.
because now they talking about it's another strain. Oh, this is more powerful than all the other strains.
It knock you
Now
down.
I'm like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
Think about this
Word.
though. Think about this though. If you keep coming up with strains, you keep coming up with vaccinations. Somebody's making money off of vaccinations.
A whole lot of money, a whole lot of somebody's too.
Big Pharma. God damn it. Big Pharma. The Martin Shkreli's of
It's
the
a lot,
world.
it's a lot of shit, man. There's a lot of shit behind closed doors, man. That
So we just
you know,
like- we
motherfuckers
just
are so
like, fuck it.
diabolical, man. And this shit going on right now, we're gonna find out for another 20 years.
I'm let the record reflect me. You go back into the Fire and Nice podcast. I was like, I'm reserved to the fact that we will. This is the new norm. You know what I'm saying? This
What it is.
like my good brother, Good Mus. You know, up top Phoenix. He said, "Man, I just can't wait to go outside with no mask on and raw dog air." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a gray area. Like, you know, it's still out and this and that. I think a lot of people are just over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, fuck that mask. The people who've been wearing masks the whole time still wear them.
Right.
It's now really what the fuck you think or what the fuck where you work or frequent think. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either mask there or not.
Mm-hmm.
And this will, to me, definitely for the foreseeable future, maybe even the rest of my future, I'm like,
What it is.
this is what it is.
In some way, shape, or form, you know, whether it's severe or whether it's light. Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to a point where it's just no threat and it's over. Everybody just be regular. Nah, it's too much money involved, man. There's too much cash involved now.
You know what else I thought was crazy, ironic? I said we used to laugh at the Japanese for walking around with masks on and shit like that.
He's laughing Mike Jack.
Now what's the norm? Mask.
We used to
all
let
the
Mike
fucking
Jackson a
time.
lot of different shit though. Like
Yeah, but the
Everything
mask was
Mike
one of
did,
them.
we laughed at that.
Wacko
Yeah,
Jacko.
you're right. Everything Mike did, we laughed at that.
yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Think about it. You know,
Mike was
it's people walk around, you know, the United States like, no, I'm not taking my mask off. Like, wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we ain't laughing at
You know what's
them.
funny? And I think somebody made, I forget where I was, somebody made that observation. I think I might have been at the mall with my lady, and she said, you know, this only all the Japanese people keep their masks on. And of course, I happen to observe.
Actually, I found out
And yeah,
they've been in this culture of people getting sick and all that kind of stuff. It ain't necessarily, they don't necessarily wear the mask for them getting sick.
Right.
They wear the mask to prevent you from getting sick. Like if they're sick, they don't want you to get sick. So that's why a lot of the Asian culture wears masks, because they've been through this so much. They're like, okay, well, if I get sick, I don't want you to get sick.
it's old
So
hat for us.
it's old hat, you know. So I wear it, so I don't want you to get sick. Like, wow,
They care about people and shit.
yeah, they actually care. You know what a novel concept.
That's
They
pretty
care.
dope.
They care. They like,
Americans don't give a fuck.
they don't give a if it ain't attached to $1
Bro, Americans don't give
Fuck
a
you.
Feed it up, dog.
with a sick long dick.
Damn.
If it ain't attached
On
to
that
$1.
note, get me out here, man. I don't need
Skirt.
no dicks. So, a couple weeks ago, right? 2, 3, I don't know. We talked about a trans man who was now a woman. Right? Is that right? Trans man?
Yeah.
Whatever. Born a man. They now transition into a woman. However the fuck you say that. We talked about how the motherfucker was in jail, in a women's jail, got 2 women pregnant, right? And I just want to say how Fire Night is always on the ball, because this is really just now hitting news. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple
We
days
brought,
ago,
we
for some
brought
reason.
this to y'all
we
probably a
talked about
month
this a few
ago at
weeks
least.
ago, right? So the story was the motherfucker went in the woman's jail, was knocking motherfuckers off, got 2 women pregnant, 2 inmates pregnant. So now they talk about moving the motherfucker to all male prison, right? And they get a whole lot of pushback because some motherfuckers, like, I heard somebody say on talk radio, like, well, damn, was the sex consensual? And they were like, yeah, I guess it was. And nobody said it wasn't. So they like, well, what's the problem? I mean, I think the problem is, like, I don't know that you supposed to get motherfuckers pregnant. And, like, in jail, I don't, like, the fact that you can get a motherfucker pregnant, you a fucking man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a nigga.
Well,
The fact that
You're
you
in the wrong
the fact that
prison.
you're fucking these women,
it's been a very long time since I've been on
I
campus,
just don't understand. Like,
but they tell you all sex is prohibited.
right, true.
All sex. So for you, for someone to get pregnant, there had to be sex.
You in there, motherfucker.
So all sex is
Hen
prohibited.
house and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Male
Straight
on
up.
male or female on female sex is prohibited. Period.
So, in your opinion, do you feel like you should be jailed with the population that you are biologically, or you should be jailed with the population that you self-proclaim?
Well, with that one, I ain't even hard. I'm like, who the fuck you think you are?
That's a hell of a scheme.
Think you're a man? Think you're a woman? We'll put you in either jail and we'll work it out. Because a lot of women, not saying they get pregnant in jail, but I know women who have
A lot
got
of women
pregnant.
get pregnant in jail.
But I know
A
some
lot more
women.
niggas
I
ain't
know
thought
women
that
who have
shit,
got
though.
pregnant in jail. Not saying that, you know,
A lot more
but
niggas
they
ain't
like
thought of that
go where you're going because you supposedly, allegedly, not supposed to be having sex anyway. Whether you got male parts, female parts, whatever. It is bullshit because the sex goes on all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there is policy.
To no male prison.
Nah, they wouldn't.
I agree completely.
Because I don't think
Right, right.
Shit, I don't think no female fighting for that either.
But
I
you
don't think
can't
no
have it
female
both
fighting for that
ways.
either.
But you can't have it both ways, right?
But the biologically born male who's transitioned into a female is gonna fight to be in the female jail more
Cool.
than
That's cool.
the biologically
But
born
my
female.
point is, it shouldn't even be a fight. if y'all motherfuckers are saying, hey, this person who says they're a man goes into man prison, then and vice
gonna be a stud for long.
It should be vice versa.
Because once she
Like,
crosses the line, that's not going to be a stud for long.
Not a stud. She's a transgender. She's transitioning.
I'm talking about the female that's identifying with a man.
That's not a. But if you trans,
but the stud is a different term though.
But okay, so let me ask you a question: is the equipment still there?
Yes,
Is it post-op? Or is it
Might be. They might be.
Well, post-op.
But if you taking on hormones and transition to a woman, they would say, well, we will put you with women because where you're going to end up.
But here's the thing. Like they trying to allude to. Don't matter if you post-op or pre-op. What you identify is what you identify with. Just visually post-op, you fit the bill of what you identify with. But if you pre-op and you talking that I identify as a man, all right, not for long. Once you cross the line, not for long.
And you're right about that.
You might have a better chance of being post-op.
And that's what I'm saying. I would make it easy. I'm like, who do you see yourself as? Do you see yourself as a woman or a man? I ain't talking about whatever parts you got because we're gonna send your ass to jail. But whatever one you pick, that's where you're going.
But a lot of trans have no intention of
Going to jail.
even getting an operation. A lot of trans just say I'm trans, and you know what I mean. They don't necessarily want to go through.
Well, here's the thing:
the process.
A lot of times when you locked up and you say you trans, you don't have enough money to actually pay for the stuff that helps you transition. So actually, the state or whatever correctional facility or whatever they actually take on the bill of hormones.
I'm not even talking about not you in jail yet. I'm just talking about motherfucker who's not in jail. A lot of trans people have no intention of getting their dick.
Well, here's the thing. I'll be like, well,
whatever you know what I'm saying.
If you trans and you don't intend on transition all the way, once you pick one, we're making you transition.
Who's we?
If
the jail gonna make it.
You're like, oh no. If you're a transitioning man to a female, and you say I identify as a female, but you never had thoughts on transitioning. Once you get to jail, you're transitioning. We're going to treat you like someone transitioning.
So they're gonna.
That's what I would say. I can't say that's what I
thought you were saying that's what they're doing. Like, damn,
that's not what they're doing. But I would make it easy. I'm like, regardless of what you thought, it's no longer your decision.
Come with these niggas.
I'm like, no. Choose one.
That's what I'm saying.
Choose one. But if you thought you was going to be a transitioning male to a female and transition forever, no. You're going to come here and transition fully to a woman, or we're going to do what we have to do.
You going to pay to cut your penis off?
The government's going to do that.
He said I'll be
like, if you're transitioning, we're going to assist with your transition fully.
You probably get fired.
That's a possibility, but you won't fire me for negligence or not. You won't. That decision will actually be taken out of my hands, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, no, whatever you decide you want to be, that's fine. We're going to treat you as such. We're going to treat you as such. No, but here's the thing. The person might say, "Oh, I wasn't really trying to transition."
Can't be legal.
Now we gotta send you to whatever parts you have. But if you're fully trying to transition, here you are. We're gonna do actually because we have to. The military does. You feel what I'm saying? Like there are women. There are people transitioning. Once you get into
what?
They pay for you. They help pay for you to transition. What? Yes.
Well, the military. If you're in the military, they pay for all your medical. So,
right.
It's not like they say,
yes,
pay for this, they're not going to pay. They
pay for all your medical. So
wait a minute. So Private Judy wants to transition, or Private Joe wants to transition into a female.
There is
government funded.
There is a guy. I can't remember what his guy name was that was in the military, and they locked him up. I can't remember what his guy name was, but he transitioned to his female name, and it was Chelsea Manning. Look that up. They had to, and they locked him up, but they had to pay for him transitioning while he was in the military and locked up. I can't remember his male name, but his female name is Chelsea Manning because they locked him up, I want to say, for some type of maybe espionage or some of the Julius Assange WikiLeaks shit.
That's a hell of a scam, though, man. To be in a prison just knocking up prisoners, though.
But here's the thing that if I'm making, but I would have to hold you accountable. I'd be like, ho.
Are you in prison?
Yeah, you definitely still in prison.
You in prison, but you getting perks that other people can't have. And like a lot of prisons I know, they say all sex is
Making out
illegal. It's all regardless. They like regardless male on male, female on female, sex is prohibited. So right, so you're in trouble. You're in trouble because you're the only person in this motherfucker who could give somebody it. You're in trouble. So now maybe one of the punishments is you gotta go with some niggas. You gotta go with some niggas because you're not acting like a woman. You damn sure ain't acting like a transitioning woman.
That nigga don't do shit. Why am I being prohibited?
There it is. But you know, once you wanted to stay care, like some people get locked up just so they can get their teeth fixed. If I go to this dentist and my tooth hurt, you gotta fix this shit.
It's a racket.
So
Racket.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So check this out, right? This is crazy.
It's crazy now.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy before.
No, it was crazy before too. So a couple years ago, right? June 2 years ago in June, young lady was at the crib, middle of the
You
night,
got any more of
whatever.
these, or you only got one in here?
And
Huh?
she was attacked, right? Like they say from her injuries and the damage, looked like somebody had like a fucking hatchet or a
What?
machete and like just like fucked her up.
A dull machete or something.
Like just no little doll. They was slicing her the fuck up, like her face. She was all fucked up, right? So nobody know who did it. There was no footage of anybody that did it. Nobody had a clue. She didn't die. She went in a coma for 2 years. Right?
Is that right?
Yeah,
2 years.
She was in a coma for 2 years.
Steven Seagal like. Mark
And
for death.
she woke up.
Scrooges.
She woke up out of the coma, right? 2 years and some months later. And she said, my brother did that shit. And coincidentally, when the cops interviewing motherfuckers, one of the neighbors said they did see her brother on the front porch earlier that day, the night of that this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? So she woke up and they was like, yo, what happened? She was like, my brother did the shit, whatever. So they locked him up.
There's more.
Nah, my question is though, like, if you the brother, you mad as shit that she woke up, right? Are you like, damn, I should have chopped that bitch like?
Well,
something.
if I'm the brother, I am top salty because if I beat you into a coma, I kind of was trying to chop you into death. So with you waking up,
I'm gonna chop you into a coma. You're trying to kill this motherfucker.
right? That's basically what I was trying to say. Like, I'm trying to kill you. So
I ain't trying to
you
kill you.
waking up, fuck. God damn it! I wish I would have went with the motherfucking samurai and not the katana. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They said she was sitting up on the couch and they found her. So, you know what I mean? She was probably like on the couch.
She watches Law and Order and shit.
TV,
right.
TV watching. And the
Dun.
motherfucker chopped her up and left her for dead. And she just like,
Survive.
she lived, yo. Like,
Trying for the human spirit.
it was like,
Trying for the human spirit.
they called him in to the police. He was like, yep, what up? Come down to, all right, cool. He get down, he's like, whoa.
2 years later, though.
He like,
Yeah,
whoa, I
yeah.
did
You
what?
got some traffic tickets.
Don't they, like, I would damn 2 years in a coma?
Bro, listen.
Don't they pull up, like, god damn, that's that family, they held on.
Yeah, I don't know if one man coma for 2 years.
That's a long time, man. How
Bro.
much, cognitively, how much is she there, though?
Not a lot.
You
Bro,
can't
they
be.
said the nigga was charged with attempted murder and malicious wounding. I ain't never.
Yeah, that should get your life. That should get your life at least. That should get your life.
What she did? God damn. What the?
Your sister though.
Bro, that's your sister.
To hack her with a motherfucking machete. What the fuck did she do? Leave some ramen noodles out? What the fuck?
That's a lot, man.
She ain't make you a peanut butter jelly sandwich when she made
How
hers?
old the brother was? How old was he? Did they say how old he was?
She's 55.
Oh, that was some land or some property.
No. I'm sorry, he's 55. He's 55.
That was a land or property dispute, or just a mental disability.
She's 51.
You owe me something, bitch, or I'm crazy, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Those are either ones.
Either or. You owe me more, I'm crazy.
I'm only attributed to those two motherfuckers. You know Dad left me that motherfucking boat, bitch. Or I've been crazy for a long time and you ain't been respecting me, bitch. Either one.
This is the time. This is the day. This is the day.
Again,
Bro,
I'm glad I have not lived the experience to make somebody want to pull gunpoint on somebody and rape somebody and set the subway at 4:45 or hatchet my motherfucking sister for any reason. God damn it.
You know how much motherfucking
Let me
angst you
bomb
gotta
you.
have to take a motherfucking hatchet to a nigga?
that's rough.
Yo,
On
I
the couch?
Just me.
But hold on though. The thing about this though, he got away with that shit though.
Not really. The only you ain't got to wear it to an
For 2
extent.
years.
Yeah, for 2 years.
Think about the
That's even worse.
Yeah,
than
my
you
sister
thought
fucked up.
Listen. My question is, I'm looking at the scene. The scene of the crime. The fuck he making out of there? Like, how do you, like, where did he go? Like, what, you gotta do, even a blunt object, it's gonna splatter some shit. You hacked this motherfucker damn near to death, and you got away with that shit? A crime like that? No, where did that happen?
That's the crazy part. If he had hacked her to
Nobody
death,
seen it, no witness.
if he hacked her to death,
That's
he
what
would
I'm
have been
saying.
cool.
Where did he go? Like, what the fuck? Like, where did he go? Like, did he walk out the house and get in the car and just skate? Like, there wasn't no evidence nowhere?
Nah.
Damn.
Nah.
2 hours?
Nothing. No
The only thing stopped her from dying was he just got tired.
Nigga ain't hit the right spot.
I thought she was dead. She ain't died.
He definitely thought she was dead.
Damn.
I didn't come over here to wound your motherfucking ass. That's for goddamn sure. I came over here to knock you off.
You dead, but you ain't died.
We out, man. We out. That's a lot there, man.
How about that?
Shit.
All right, check this out, yo. What you say?
Nothing, man.
All right, listen closely, right? Listen closely. A man steals $100 from a grocery store cash register.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The same man buys $70 worth of groceries from the same grocery store. He gave him the $100 bill or the $100 that he stole from the grocery store. They gave him back $30 change. He goes home. How much money did the grocery store lose?
What did he say? Repeat that one more time.
Man, I didn't know there
Stole
would be
$100.
math.
A man steals $100.
I didn't. When they told me we
From
were
a
taking
grocery
tests, I didn't
store.
know there was going to be math.
He then buys $70 worth of goods
Right.
from the store.
Damn, where my advocates?
He gave him the $100. They gave him 30 back. He goes home. How much did the grocery store lose?
$1.30.
Okay.
That's man, so I'm sticking to it. $1.30.
How much, what did they lose? Goods?
How much money?
Oh, they didn't lose a goddamn thing.
Goods.
Goods.
Money. That's all money. That's all their money.
$70 worth of motherfucking
You
shit.
said
That's
130. Which one, bro?
70. I'm sorry, $70. They lost $70 worth of shit.
170.
I'm gonna say 30.
I'm broke. That's my story to her, sis.
30.
We 70. We had 70.
No, I said 170.
Oh,
When he stole 100 and gave it back to him, they didn't lose anything.
He said he
that
found
day.
100. You said he found 100, right? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
So if he stole 100, I'm down
at least
100.
a buck
He
70.
give it back
A
to
buck
me.
70.
I'm at even. If I give you $30, I'm out $30 now. So I'm gonna say 30 if we're not counting the groceries.
You're not even.
Why wouldn't you count the?
Nah, he down a
said
buck
money.
70.
You said
He down a buck
No, that's
70.
why I know. I did, but I clarified money, grocery, because grocery to the grocery
Oh, yeah, well,
it's
I
money.
don't
Yeah, they down a buck 70.
Nah, they down.
They lost 100. They lost $100 bill physically, and the
Okay.
$70 of groceries,
Nah.
or $100 bills of whatever was bought with that. I say a buck 70.
Okay.
That's my final answer.
Same
Fuck.
thing.
100?
$200 though.
No,
But
hold
they
up.
still gave up that $30 that they shouldn't have gave up.
You know what, sweet? God damn it! Am I rolling with you tonight?
I said 100.
Am I rolling with
100?
you
I'm gonna
tonight?
say 100.
All right. So you say a buck 70
I'm down
or
100.
200.
I'm down 100.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
said a buck 70 or 200. You said 100. You said
Hold on, I'm
100.
down 100. I'm down 70.
I didn't know there was gonna be math.
You studied, nigga. I ain't tell you couldn't study, nigga.
Shit. Man, 2 + 2 is 4. I know that.
I don't know. I'm not sure. What's the answer?
All right. So walk with me. Walk with me.
Okay.
I go in the grocery store. I steal $100 from the cash register.
Down a buck 100.
Right?
Uh-huh.
The grocery store is down 100.
Uh-huh.
Right? I go to the shelf. I get $70 worth of groceries. Boom.
Uh-huh.
Boom. I go to the register and say, yo, I got $70 worth of groceries. They ring them up. Boom. It's $70.
They down a buck
I'm
70.
down a
Buck
buck 70.
70.
I'll give them the 100. Not yet, because he didn't leave with the groceries yet. So not down a buck 70 yet.
Uh-huh.
They down 100. I go to the store with the groceries in my cart. They got groceries in my cart, right? To pay for these groceries, I give them back 100. So they at zero.
So they,
Zero.
they subtract
Right?
even more from there.
They at zero.
Okay,
They back
gotcha.
even now, right? Once he takes the $70 worth of groceries,
They not
they
even.
down 70.
They not even.
Plus the 30 they gave him.
They down 100.
No, but that's false logic. They've never got back to even.
Why didn't they get back even?
If you lost, if
So you're saying they're not down 100?
they down more than 100.
Okay. Go ahead.
If someone has already bought your goods for the $100 bills you lost,
Okay.
and then you lose that $100 bill, you lost $100 worth of groceries. So already, whether somebody gives it back to you or not, you lost $100 worth of groceries. But the $100 worth of groceries that you got back came from the groceries
Okay.
you lost.
So let me tell you
It
why-
didn't come from.
Let me tell you why you're wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me, please.
So here go a $100 bill,
Uh-huh.
right? I'll take your $100 bill. How much you down right now?
100.
Cool. I go fill my cart up with $70 worth of groceries. It's in the cart. And they
But-
left this. Hold on.
But what you
Hold
what you
on,
missing
hold
is
on.
this $100 bill
not
came
listening.
from $100
You're not
worth of
listening to
groceries
me.
already previously purchased.
You're not listening to me.
Okay.
You're not listening to me.
That's
Let me.
what you're not.
Let me.
Okay,
let
I'm
me-
sorry.
Let me
me
finish.
listen. Let me listen.
I took your $100, right, out of the drawer. So this is money. This is $100 from the store. I don't give a fuck if it came from groceries. It's $100 from the store. This is $100 right here. I fill up my cart with $70 worth of groceries. It's still in the store, so you're still only down at 100, right? I give you 100 back. Where we at now? You was down 100.
You still
I gave you 100 back.
What's your logic? Because you
Where's
say
the-
you still.
Hold on, I'm gonna walk him through it. Here's your $100 back that I took from the register. It's right in front of you, right?
yes.
So where you at right now? Where are you? Where's the grocery store at?
What's your?
Hold on, no, don't
We're
tell-
down 100.
I don't need you to tell me what I'm forgetting. I just need you to answer the question.
No. What they what I'm seeing is, and maybe I'm wrong,
You are, but go ahead.
the $100 taken, it has to be. It was accounted for by $100 of groceries already bought.
Right, bought. Right,
Already bought.
Right, it was already
I don't
bought
understand. Bought by who?
by a customer, right?
Anybody.
Right. So those $100 for groceries left the store,
Right.
and in exchange they have
Right.
$100.
Right.
So why are we
so-
talking about the groceries? They're gone. They went to somebody's house.
Gotcha.
Why are we talking about the groceries? they're gone. They don't matter no more.
There's $100 worth of groceries. Somebody
No,
paid $100 worth of
And
groceries.
where's the $100 at, Fresh?
Somebody took it. Someone took it, right?
It's like your drawer gonna still be short when you take money that wasn't given to you already. So it's
Well, yeah, that's the point of getting down 100 though. If I
Yeah,
take
you're down
the first
100.
If I,
you're not giving back. You're not giving back something that was taken to pay for something that's like.
Why not?
Because.
so if I go in your pocket and I take $100 out of your pocket, right?
I give it a saying, but they're
Because
wrong.
I'm trying to understand.
I give it a saying, but
No,
they're wrong.
Wrong in this situation.
No.
Because it doesn't matter. Listen,
You saying me personally?
the groceries
you saying
don't
me?
matter.
The groceries do matter.
No, it doesn't. Listen, I'm sorry. The grocery that somebody purchased, they're out the door. But
already profited from
but
that.
in
I would-
exchange,
No,
hold on.
Yeah, but if you
Hold
take
on.
said profit,
Fresh,
if you take said
Fresh.
profit,
Fresh.
you no longer profitable,
Fresh.
right?
Hold on. The $100 are gone, right?
Right. That
I'm
is
sorry.
gone.
The groceries.
What if I only had $100 in my till?
Are you gonna listen? You gonna let
I'm
me explain to
listening.
you?
I'm listening.
The $100 worth of groceries are out the door. They're at somebody's house.
Right.
But in exchange for that $100 worth of groceries that you sold, you got $100, right? So the groceries don't matter no more, right? Because you got $100 for the groceries. Why those groceries still matter?
No.
You got $100 for the groceries. Somebody purchased
Because the
them.
same $100 that paid for the groceries out the door is the same $100 that's paying for yours.
It's the same $100. It's
So
the same.
I'm down 100. What? Am I?
I don't know how to make you're
Hold on, you
you're
down
you're
100?
dead wrong. I don't know how to make you understand it. I don't know how to make
So
you
you
understand
saying
it.
you down 100 before he even steals 100?
No, I didn't. No, soon as he steals 100, I'm down to 100.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Because, and this is why I use this as an example.
But he didn't just give me back the 100.
Right.
That would bring me
Right.
even.
Right.
But he's got $100 worth of groceries.
You talking more than you listening, bro.
he didn't-
You
that's
talking
not
more
what
than you
he said.
listening.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Here's the $100. It's in the drawer. It's in the cash register. The groceries are gone, right? Because Malay came in and bought $100 worth of groceries. They're now his motherfucking groceries. Am I right or wrong? Am I right about that? They're now his groceries.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. They're not the stores anymore, right?
Yes.
Right?
True.
In exchange for those groceries, Malay gave us a $100 bill. Right? $100. Nobody took
Before anybody steals anything,
Nobody
down
took
200?
anything yet.
Hold on,
Nobody took anything
so
yet.
You saying he's down
No,
200?
he's
Hold
down
on.
100 because
No, explain that because I want
I have been
You
explaining.
bought somebody came in and bought groceries, and here's the $100 they paid you.
Yes.
So where are you at right now? You got $100 right now, right? Are you down right now?
No, but when soon as somebody takes the
Right.
100,
Are you
you're
down?
down
But
100.
are you down right now with $100 right in front of you? We are. We're saying the exact same thing. If listen, hold on.
Down 200. Do you?
Here,
you said down
here's the $100,
Right.
right?
Yes,
So
I
you're
get
so
what you're saying, man.
Do you? So you have 100. When I take it,
Yes.
you have how much? Zero.
0.
Right.
But I also let the record reflect. There's $100 worth of groceries that have been paid for with
They're
the
Malay's groceries now. Why the fuck are we still talking about
You ain't
Malay's
Malay, because you
groceries?
ain't Malay. But you took Malay's money to pay for your groceries.
I took the store's money. It's not Malay's money anymore.
Okay, so
Malay gave you the
You know
money.
what? I get it now. It's a play on semantics.
It's not. It's really not.
They say how
It's
much
not
you
a play
down.
on anything.
I'm not down anything.
No, I said the store. I said the store.
Well, they down. They out of $100 worth of groceries at least.
How? He paid for them.
He didn't. He
Malay
paid for
didn't
his
pay-
groceries.
Malay paid for his
Who the
groceries.
fuck else
he
groceries
stole your
are we
money.
talking about?
We're talking two different transactions.
I get it.
So Malay paid for the $100 worth of groceries, gave you $100
For the groceries that he paid
I'm
for.
the register. I'm the register guy.
Right. So what? So before he even takes your 100, where are you?
We're good.
100.
You're
Right.
good.
We're at
You're
100.
good.
So then I
you're
take.
good.
So then I take the 100.
Yes.
Right.
Now I'm down 100.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Now I'm down 100.
So then I give you the 100 back. Where you at now? I'm just giving you 100 back. Nothing else. No other
Yes.
transaction. I'm
Yes.
giving you the 100 back. Where we at now?
Truthfully,
No. Just, bro. Where are we at now? If I took 100 and gave you 100, where we at?
you at even. You at
Cool.
even.
Thank
You
you.
at even.
Thank you.
You at even.
So, along with this 100, because we're at even right. So, now let's take into account.
What's the but now? Though?
Now
What's
let's
the
take
but
into
now?
account
'Cause I
that
wanna-
I take $7 worth. I steal $7 worth of groceries. Let's just say I steal $7 worth of groceries, right? What you down? What is the grocery store down? You said we were even. You said we were even. You said we were even. You did say that, right? Am I correct? You said we're even.
The
It's a
store
yes or no
is that
question.
even? Yes.
Okay. I'm speaking of, when I say you, I'm speaking of the store.
They ain't that even, but
You just said we're at motherfucking even. So
What's the
we
but?
at even, bro.
What's
Which
the
one
but?
is it?
the but is the store does not calculate the money or the goods being purchased with the money as the quote suggests, or you guys are taking account of. When whoever pays for $100 worth of stuff, there are goods that go out. Right, so they got their goods.
Goods. I mean,
Right, that's
Even
Malay.
exchange, right? Fair exchange,
Now-
no robbery.
Right. Now, when the person next comes and robs somebody, you've robbed the store of $100. Now, if the store doesn't know they've been robbed of $100, technically, yes, they will come back to even. But that is not the way that they calculate their monies or anything like that. That's not the way that because I've worked that day. Like, no, that's why we have barcodes. That's how we don't calculate. We calculate your till
He making
differently.
way too much difficult.
Because they say your till is down because we're down. We may not be minus the money, but we're minus X amount of goods.
Which also costs.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
But
saying.
That was never a question.
What
But
does-
here's the kicker. Here's the kicker though. Here's the kicker though. To me, I didn't know the answer. I'm just trying to logically work through the shit.
It's very
So
simple.
just like you said, the goods, it's goods or money. Goods or money, same thing. It's goods or money. So if I take the bean from you, right? You down a bean. I load my cart up. I got $70 worth of goods, right?
give you
So
the bean
in my
back.
possession, I have $170 worth
But
of.
but it's free and everything that was bought with his money that he put out, you putting on because you
Right.
stole it.
But then his money came back into the drawer.
That's the only money.
Yeah, but his goods didn't. But the goods
He
didn't.
paid for the goods, bro. Why do we?
All the goods that was purchased with that $100 doesn't. All the goods that was purchased does not add up to the $100 that was purchased for both
It's the
purchases.
same $100 bill. That's
But
what
it's
you're
not. It's two purchases.
Right. It's a purchase.
It's two purchases.
What's the
So
second?
the store is down goods.
What's the second purchase?
The second I don't.
$70. Right.
Yeah.
What was the first purchase? $100. Right. Did he pay for his? Did he pay for his groceries?
Yeah.
Why didn't he? Malay did pay for them.
And he left,
Right.
right?
He gave you
that's what he
$100
did.
and he left.
So that's a fair exchange. Or you're not saying that's a fair exchange or no?
Fair exchange, no robbery.
Is that a fair exchange?
Fair.
But what they trying to say
Physically,
is,
he didn't pay for it.
what the
He
guy
did
is
physically.
trying to say
Physically,
is,
he did.
Yeah, but
Give you
but not
$100.
technically.
But
$170
financially, in the drawer, you didn't pay for
How?
that.
Help me understand.
But the $100 is in the drawer.
$100
But
worth of
that's
stuff.
not the
and the
$100
same
that he
$100
took
that I
out of
give
his
Yeah.
Y'all come closer.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to yell.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You stealing. If he pays for something and you come in, like this is what I'm saying. Here's the thing. If there was only $100 in the till,
That's what he's saying.
it would easily be seen.
Let me
Oh,
put it in the
I'm
way-
down. I just made two transactions.
let me put it in
and only
different
got
terms.
transaction.
Let me put it in different terms.
Please,
Let me put it in different terms.
please.
Right. Let's just pretend you sell weed.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend.
Right.
We're gonna pretend.
Let's
that.
pretend you sell weed.
You're right.
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 Okay. So Malay says, "Yo, fresh. Let me get $100 worth of weed." Right. You say, "Cool." You give Malay $100 worth of weed. He gives you $100. He gives you a $100 bill. Boom, crispy. Right. It's right here, right in front of you. Right.
I see those.
He took the weed that you sold him.
Yes.
And he went about his goddamn business.
Yes.
So he don't even matter no more.
Yes.
Because
there was money in product. There was money in product.
Fair exchange, no robbery. Right? We agree on that?
Yeah.
I'm talking to this one. We agree on that?
Yeah.
Fair exchange and robbery. Cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy. Everybody's even. Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right? So then I woke up, yo, what up, Fresh? Yeah, my nigga. Boom. And I take $100 out your pocket. Right?
Right.
Cool.
Right.
So hold on.
Right.
So the $100 Malay gave you is open.
I'm down.
Walk with me.
I'm down
The
$100.
$100 he gave me.
Matter of fact,
hold on.
Matter of fact, let me reiterate.
You down
I'm down 100 and the weed. I'm down 100 and the weed.
Why is the
Proceed.
weed? Why is
Proceed.
the weed coming into play? Malay bought the weed. Malay went home.
No.
That shit don't matter no more.
No, it does matter. It does matter. No.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does. It does matter. What the fuck? It does matter.
Because if I just sold $100 worth of weed and someone steals that $100, I'm out of weed and $100
Exactly.
before you even come and buy one.
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense, bro.
No, y'all ain't making sense.
That doesn't make sense.
I just gave. All right, put it like this. If you
I
stole
get that. I
if
get
you
that.
stole
Exactly.
No.
I just sold $200 worth of weed for the same $100.
Bro,
the same
no.
$100.
How? And
What you mean how? If you stole it, I dropped it, whatever.
Basically.
Oh, no, he just said it. He just said it.
Nah.
No, he just said it. Listen, say it again.
He knew what I'm
Say it
saying.
again. You just did what?
If I just sold him $100 worth of
Say what
weed.
you just said. I just sold $200 worth of weed.
No, I didn't say that. I said
I sold $200 worth of weed
for $100. Yeah.
That's what I want you to repeat. You said I just sold $200 worth of weed for $100. So how much are you out?
$100.
What the fuck are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? Thank you. Thank you. That's what I've been trying to tell you the whole time. You only got $100.
So
bro.
you saying? So you?
That's what I've been telling you
If I
for the
said-
last 45 minutes.
Hold on.
Bro, time out. Bro, let me talk. Can I talk?
I see what you saying.
Can I talk? Alright, now listen. If you come and buy $100,
We gotta get through this one, y'all. Walk with us.
if you come and buy $100 worth of weed from me,
right,
I sell you the weed,
right.
and then someone comes and steal $100 from you. It's basically like I just gave you the weed, right?
Yes.
I just gave it to you for free.
Well, you didn't. I mean,
Now, mind
So
you,
you saying you
I don't
probably?
care if they're stealing.
No.
It's basically
Now, mind you.
I gave it to. I didn't talk.
Okay.
Because he's having to.
No, because I'm piggyback you on. I can piggyback on it.
So now, a motherfucker that stole that $100 that I just made, now I didn't make it. I'm down. I'm down. No matter if I sold the weed or not.
Check this out.
No,
check this out.
I got it. No.
Check this out.
Before you go there.
Check this out.
Before you go there.
Listen.
I got one to sum it up.
No.
I got one to sum it up. I have one to sum it up.
You got
listen to this here.
You got a QP.
No.
QP is 4 ounces, right? Right? QP is 4 ounces, right?
Right.
Okay. So I come to you and I say, yo, let me get an O. Right? Back when they used to give you $100. Let me get an O. Boom. You give me an O. I give you
I'm gonna
100.
prove to you why
still
you're
got
wrong.
3 ounces left.
Why you wrong?
Right?
Right.
Right or wrong? You still got 3 ounces left.
Right,
3 ounces right here.
Right.
Right?
I'm prove to you
Am
why
I-
you're wrong.
Is that part right so far?
You right. But I'm
So
prove
he
to you why
he
you're
has
wrong.
3 ounces and he has $100.
Right.
Right?
Right. And I'm gonna prove to you why.
And I
product
took
and
my
money.
And I took my weed and I left. Right?
Product and money, man.
Okay. So then, right now he's out 1 ounce of weed. Right?
And the money for
Can
the
I
weed.
finish? Can I finish?
No, but he's up.
No, he's
Somebody took the money
money's
back,
still
right?
here right now.
All right,
Bro.
took the
All
money.
right, cool.
Right now he has 3.
All right. So the next part is the money's gone.
Right now he has 3 ounces. Right now he has 3 ounces and $100. Right? So I steal $100 from him. Hold on, everybody don't flip out. I steal $100. My bad. So he has 3 ounces and no money. Right? Cool. So I said, yo, let me get an ounce of weed. He gives me an ounce of weed. So he has 2 ounces and no money. But then I give him $100 for my weed. So he has 2 ounces $100. So he sold 2 ounces, right? 100, 200, right? But he only got 100. He sold 2 ounces for $200. He has $100.
Got you.
He sold 2 ounces for 200. He has 100. How much money is he out of?
$100.
So what are we talking about, bro?
That don't help.
That's the same.
That's how,
the same.
but that's how much money he's out of.
Same scenario.
That $100 that you might have gave him might not be that $100 that you.
Now.
How much money I'm out
Right,
of.
right.
That's how I tell it. That
For the
ounce
right.
I'm out of.
Now here's the thing.
That ounce that I'm out of. I gave away an ounce.
Exactly.
You gave away
No, I gave away that ounce.
Check this out.
But it all still ends up, I gave away an ounce.
Here go $100.
I get what both sides
Look,
are saying. man.
but look, here go $100. Here go $100. Let the $100 came from an ounce, right? So there's 3. You have the ounce to ounce, the $100 that came from the ounce.
Okay.
What are y'all missing?
We're missing the fact that I don't even have the extra $100 or I don't have my ounce. Inventory is money. If I'm selling $100 an ounce and I have 3, I sell 2, you give
Right.
me 1.
Right.
I'm missing something.
Right, you are. You missing.
Well, yeah.
So you
That's
have
the whole point of
so you
the
have two.
riddle.
You have 2 ounces.
You're gonna be missing something.
So-
The
Listen,
question-
listen.
No.
Listen.
So
you have 2.
no.
You have
So
2
when the math
ounces,
add up,
you have 2
so when the
ounces,
math add up,
and you have $100.
I got this quarter pound, and I'm supposed to make
Right.
8, and I only make 6.
So in essence, you have 3
Because of the math that he got, I'm down $200. $100 of money in the ounce. You do the math. You do the math. We've done the math.
I don't know how else to convince y'all.
Right. I just said it.
I don't know how else to
I
convince
just said it. I just said it because when you do all the math, you're like, damn, I came back with 600. I came back with 600. So I'm down the money and the ounce that could have got me the money.
How much was the money?
100. The week 100.
Add it together.
It's a little heated sometimes.
It's
with fire.
it's right.
200.
Right. And if you add together what you have 300.
That's the extra 100 that's sitting here in the flesh, not cash or inventory. If we talking about 3
What?
ounces, if I said
You sold.
we already didn't skip past it,
You sold 2 ounces,
and I had
which is $200. No, you had a full. You had a
$300 sitting here with me right now.
Okay.
2, 3.
First of all,
Okay.
My homegirl
There's
comes
no
and she
way
wants
you
2
can
ounces.
eat
I'm
it
selling
on
2
the
ounces
beef
for
on a-
$200. You feel me?
Say it again.
My homegirl wants 2 ounces.
Okay.
I'm selling her
If
2
you
ounces
see
for
something
$200.
in the first place,
Piece, right?
there's no way it's
Bam.
gonna be easy
She
on the
give me
back
a
end.
wait, she give me a
It all counts.
She give me a
all counts.
Okay.
Either in bulk, retail, it all counts.
So I got the real $100.
You gotta account for it on both ends.
If you count it like that, that's what it is. If you still in the $100,
So how much are you down? So how much are you down?
from me. And now we make these transactions with me.
Exactly. Now, mind you, unless you take the,
Of course you can't exchange it back because you beat. That's the point. You can't exchange it back.
I kind of see what he's saying, but it's wrong. But Pete, this though, let me sell the ounce to him, lose the 100, and he don't spend 100 with me. I'm down the weed and the money.
he did though. He did spend it with you.
But I'm still down the weed and the money because I could have made
You see both
more.
sides though in terms of the
Nah,
just
like
the
he
joke
just
percentage.
said, like he said, if you buy weed, if you bought some weed off me, and then somebody stole the money and didn't come back and buy no more weed off me, I'm still out of them 2.
And if you pay for the money, you pay for it with the money that was stolen from me. I lost the weed and the money.
From the riddle because y'all saying if he doesn't, what he did was he actually did spend with you. He actually came right back, bought the weed with the money he stole from
Yeah,
you.
we know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So technically, if you could play with words and both riddles could be.
You didn't know it was missed. You didn't know it was stolen until you got home and realized you had 2 ounces and $100. You're like, damn, where my other $100 go?
If I was at work, I would have got fired.
You only got $100.
Period.
But ounces cost $200.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So you lost
In my
$200.
scenario, ounces cost $100. I get that. That's why I said back when ounces cost $100. You only got 100.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
That was fun.
Damn it, man.
I see who
Got a whole bunch of opinions.
Lot of opinions. Yeah, well, we love the crowd and the feedback and all that. Matter of fact, if y'all have some type of motherfuckers, like what y'all think about that?
My logic from the whole situation is, if a motherfucker's stealing from you from the gate, how can it be even at the end?
Exactly. It's never.
Nobody ever said even at. Nobody said even at the end. We never said that.
Nah, but I'm saying.
I've never said even at the end.
No, it's not about being even, but you also lost money off the product that you lost from the person who stole the money in the beginning.
Okay.
Right, you lost the money from this first person and the product to the second
No,
person.
we out.
Moving on.
We out.
So check this out. Y'all watch track and field?
Somewhat. Which one mine?
I do not.
I do.
Somewhat. Especially female track.
Yeah, for sure. So there was some track and field championships.
Yeah, the world championship.
World championship in Eugene, Oregon, right?
Prefontaine, no, not
Eugene, Oregon.
but Eugene, Oregon.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where they usually at.
Right.
So the American men, the sprint, the 100-meter sprint is always a big deal, right? At once upon a time, Usain Bolt was just fucking everybody up.
Yes.
Niggas couldn't win if he was in the game. It was like playing when Jordan was playing. It's over for you. Now that Usain Bolt's out of the motherfucker, right? The American men swept the 100-meter. Gold, silver, bronze, boom, right? American men also swept the men's shot put. Gold, bronze, silver. The women's 100 meter, right?
Total domination.
Total domination. Jamaica. These motherfuckers, cuz. Listen,
Speak on it.
Shelly Ann Fraser Price.
How old is she? She's a dinosaur, what they call.
She, in
track and
she's
field.
35,
God.
36.
What she just do?
Oh man, she took that gold, man.
Let me get that. Thank you.
It made it look easy.
We are the champions,
She
my
real.
friend.
So congratulations to all the winners, right? Let's talk about some basketball, man.
It's some shit.
There is some shit. Can I first start off
Yes,
by
sir, you
saying? Can I first start off by saying I'm proud of. I don't know what's gonna come of it, but I'm proud of James Harden saying, you know what? I got $1 bazillion. I don't need $1 bazillion more. 47 to 32. What's pennies to a motherfucker who got $500 million already? Probably.
That was a strong move.
That was a strong move. Whether they come out to a championship or not, I'm glad that mentality right now, as we presently constituted, is on my team.
I can appreciate
I
that.
can appreciate that.
I will say though, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that he sucked in the playoffs, and he knows he sucked in the playoffs.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
I
That's
think
fair.
had he went
That's
bananas in the playoffs,
Nah,
I don't know that he would
nah,
have that same conversation.
just go
You
get
don't
PJ
really
and
have
we
the
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
That's fair.
Don't have the leverage that
Right. That's fair.
He
That's fair.
could have
That's fair.
had
That's
had
fair.
he
They went to the
went
conference
playoffs and
finals or the
finished
finals.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not.
Hey,
you're not taking a
but
pay
I
cut.
was James. I'm saying
You're not taking a pay
I'm
cut.
good for that.
This nigga had 2 shots, bro, in the second half, a whole second half, bro.
That's even part. That's even more
On
part
the
of.
table.
Like, you know what? And I'm really not an advocate of people giving back money, but I give you more kudos if you give back money. If you recognize that wasn't my best shit.
James Harden, we talking
You know what
about
I'm saying? That wasn't my best shit. Here, take a couple dollars back. You know, I respect that because now you see, like, because I'm the type of person. I want my money, and I'm for anybody getting their money. But for you to say, I'll give some money back, I respect that a little bit more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that's what I would do, but hey, I ain't mad at it.
What you said?
I'm glad he on my team.
No money back. I mean, I feel you.
And
I'm not saying I would have done it.
I'm glad he's on the team that I fucking root for, because I don't know if I could have gave that money back. Because, you know what I'm saying, I look at sports like a job. I'm like, you're not giving no money fucking motherfucking money back at Hewlett Packard. You're not giving no money back at McDonald's. But he's
wait, stop right there. When you say you're not giving no money back at Hewlett Packard or McDonald's, what do you mean?
Well,
you say performance-wise, they not giving money back?
Well, I say he's in a unique position to where he made, I want to say, $250 million from something that wasn't specifically tied into him balling. He got a quarter bill, excuse me, would it be, from Adidas. So it made it a little bit easier for him to say, I could take 32 instead of 47. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I didn't have that quarter bill from Adidas, give me all my 47, and we're gonna let this fall out how it fall out.
Your comment was
I'm glad. I said I'm glad he's on my team because I don't know if I'd have did that.
Not that comment. You said they not giving money back at IBM or whatever company.
I guess
because I'm thinking that they don't get a lot of endorsements like he would be getting endorsements to say, let me fuck this FedEx money. Let me fuck this Hewlett Packard money. Because they don't get, I wear FedEx, this shirt. They don't get $250 million for wearing this shirt. I got $250 million for wearing the sneaks. I don't even work for the Sixers. I work for Adidas because they actually pay me more. They actually pay me more. So looking at it, I ain't saying I would do that, but that's a fair perspective to take. I got $250 million 2-3 years ago from Adidas. The Sixers, I just took 32 mil, and the most they could give me was the max 150 somehow. I got 250 mil already. So what's the difference between 47 and 32? That ain't 250 mil.
Cool.
Now I don't know if I'll give it back. I don't, but like I said, I'm glad he on my team with that mentality.
Was he already
in James Harden's situation though?
Was he already signed? He wasn't signed.
He wasn't signed. Actually, what I heard him say was word for word was, "Hey, Daryl Morey, sign who you gotta sign and give me what's left." That's what I heard. What he said. He said, "Sign who you want to sign, or you need to sign."
He wasn't giving money back.
Yeah, he could have got 47.
No. Technically, he gave back a bunch of money. If he'd opted in, he'd have They'd have had to pay him $47 million.
That's what I was asking.
That was his decision, not the team's decision. Right. He could have just took the 47.
That's what I was saying. When I just asked you, was he already signed? It was the opt-in part.
No, he wasn't.
But he had to opt in.
Well, no, he was signed.
He had, but it was
but
a
he had
option.
Yeah, he had a player option.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Okay.
So he was signed, but it was his option to be signed.
It was coming to him if he wanted it. It was
Yes.
So in that case, yes. I changed my statement. He did take less money. I get
you. Yeah, he said it was crazy. He was like, not to take this in, very small. He said, Daryl Morey, do what you need to do for the team and give me what's left. Now, motherfuckers say I'll take a haircut.
I don't know if he meant that like he said it. I don't know if you go to him and say,
that's fair.
That's fair. $1 million, here's what was left. I don't know. That's going
to... Well, he was like, no, we're not just going to pay you $1 million.
I take it with a grain of salt.
Right, you're not just going to give me the mid-level exception.
That statement means nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to give you something that's worth James Harden status. So, but I can say this, there ain't a lot of motherfuckers saying that.
I agree.
Regardless of where you taking your haircut, everybody like, hey man, shit, nigga, you got $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers even taking buyouts for that type of money.
What would have been the Sixers' options had he opted in?
Less than what they are. I would say that.
They could have traded him, potentially, right? Or tried to.
Yeah. Okay. But that all goes to what you get back and who wants them.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Working against them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can give you a bunch of picks and like, nah, we're not in the pick mode. We into the people who get
works against him actually worked against them too.
I mean,
poor performance.
It's a great PR move for him, and for a guy that needs it.
Absolutely.
Age, performance, nothing he did really warranted the money because this is what we can say. This is what a lot of people would say. A lot of people would say he's earned that money. That's basically back pay. Well, his performance going back a couple years stunk. So it's not like
I ain't gonna say stunk, but it wasn't $47 million a year.
That part.
Might have been 40, maybe even 35. And I ain't sneezing at that.
You can say
but,
stunk.
Right.
We're talking
I
about
can say stunk in the
what was
playoffs.
expected of
Well,
him.
yeah, it's stunk in the playoffs. That's fair to say. But at the same time,
It is what it is.
like I was saying, FedExing them, I can't say that I can just give back the money because it is based upon, hey man, you did a lot for us in some years before. If it ain't nobody that deserves this contract, it's you. You feel what I'm saying? You got to give the money to some fucking body. So if you're not going to give it to the defending motherfucker who scores whatever, defending scoring champ, who the fuck you going to give that ultra super max to? So, you know, sometimes it's timing, and I ain't mad at that. Because people be looking at he ain't deserve the contract. Well, who the fuck else was you gonna give the money to? If you weren't gonna give it to him, you would have probably had to split that up between 3 lesser than players. And then be, oh man, we got so-and-so on the team. Well, we could have had Tobias Harris for the $170, but we got Bismack Biyombo, you know what I'm saying? And two of the Plumlee brothers for the $170.
Was Tobias, as of right now, do you think Tobias Harris was worth what he got?
Yeah, because that's what the market bear. That's what the market bear.
So
because you'd have got a lesser product,
But even
with the same amount of
But
money.
even with the market, I'm saying, did he earn his money?
Did he earn his money?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's fucking. Did he earn his money on the court? A lot of people say no. But if you put yourself into a position to be offered such contracts, then I say, yeah, you deserve what somebody offered you. I can't say you didn't. Somebody like, look, because I gotta look at it. A lot of people say
offer, you ain't got nothing else after that.
Because they ain't offering that to everybody.
I understand. So
You know, so he earned it. He earned it.
So, but they pay you like in the future as well, right?
Yeah.
So
He earned it to that point. You know, like, yo, dog.
he earned it to 5 years from now.
Can he get another contract like that?
Here's the thing. Like I'm saying, he's earned himself because he put himself in the position to be considered as a person that could get 170. Now there are a lot of people, and that's what there are a lot of people like that.
The team has him in that position.
Now here's the
Just
thing.
like you said
Now
earlier, you got to give it to somebody.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm
He
like,
didn't necessarily earn it. He kind of like fell into
but
it.
at the same time, if he only averaged 12 points a season and he was on the Sixers team and they had $170 million to give away, I don't think he would have got offered $170 million.
So now that he's offered.
So I think he earned it because of the way he played.
So now that he's been offered that 100 and whatever mil, if he averages 11 points in the next 4 years, has he truly earned it? I get that you earn the right
Well, I guess
for a motherfucker to offer you the shit, but if then you stink, did you earn it?
Well, if you said it like that,
They pay you. That's how it is.
But it ain't just for what you going.
But
it's not.
It's not just. Obviously, you have to play a certain way to even, like you said, get
right.
Over. And I get that, and I'm giving you that.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is, they don't also, just like you said, ain't also what you're going to do. It's also what you've done. What you've done is also what they expect you to do.
Gotcha.
They don't expect you to earn 10 points for the next 5 years. So my question to you is, if he does earn 10 points and score 10 points in the next 5 years, did he earn it?
Probably not. If he wasn't already averaging 10 points a year, they gave him up.
Right.
Like, nah, you didn't earn it.
Okay.
But what I would say is, he's pretty much been the same Tobias Harris when they offered $170 million that he is now. A little less than $170 million, but it could have been worse than Tobias Harris at the time when we gave you the money. It could have been worse. We could have, like I said, we could have split that up amongst 3 lesser than players and not had the successes that we've garnered. Oh, he ain't earned his money. He ain't worth his money. Do you know the flip side to that? Because Al Horford, they say he ain't earned his money. Guess what? It was a lot of people who didn't want to come to the Sixers. We had like $200 million split between 7 motherfuckers who wasn't worth it.
Okay.
Now we just be like, okay, well, at least Al Horford, he kind of commands it. Tobias Harris, he kind of commands
But
it.
when you command it and you don't
never
keep to the
commanded it.
same
You just happen to be in
standard.
a situation where, like you said,
Then maybe you might have been better off paying 3 niggas that.
You might have been, but at the same time, I'm just saying that.
you wasting money either way. Well, simply not
Exactly.
wasting money, but
You're overpaying either way.
You're not getting what you're paying for.
Either way. So would you rather take your chances on players who are better than, or a whole lot of fucking role players? Now the Sixers said I would rather take my chances on players who've shown they're a little bit better than, as opposed to a lot of players, a whole bunch of players that are less than and will probably be worth their money.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, I'm cool with that. We've had 50 wins ever since he's been there.
That's like a motherfucker give you a budget for you saying shit, and you go into this. You gotta spend the stipend, but you go in the store and all they got is E&J. It's like, well, I gotta spend the fucking money.
Yeah.
You didn't get your money's worth.
Yeah. But that was what was on the menu.
Or what I'm
That
gonna
was
do
on the
is,
menu.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy 12 E&J bottles, like the little ones.
Oh shit.
That
So whether you
wasn't on the menu either, though. You know what I'm saying? But
You
you know
got your money's
you know the
worth either
ceiling
way.
on. But you know the ceiling on a lesser than player already. You see, you know. So
you're over. You gotta spend the money, but you're overpaying because he don't deserve it.
none of the players kind of deserve.
None of them deserve.
Some of them are deserving of the $6 million they would get split between. You feel what I'm saying?
I think you make a good point. I think
Whether
overall,
you pay the one motherfucker or whether you pay the 3 other motherfuckers, like you said, they all don't deserve it because you're not getting your bang for the buck.
Yeah,
You're not
now
getting-
that's fair. That's fair.
The thought process is when that kind of money is designed to give to motherfucking cornerstone players, right?
Right, yeah.
You're not a cornerstone player. Now nobody
That's fair.
says that if they give that shit to fucking LeBron James or John Moran. Nobody says that.
Right.
But when you give it to a motherfucker like that who don't deserve it, it's like, well, damn, man. Like,
But I think the Sixers was looking at, damn, we don't get the money to them. This is our future. Joel Embiid, Benjamin Simmons who don't fucking shoot, Bismack Biyombo, the Plumlee brothers. I'm like, god damn, how far are we going with this? But and I ain't trying to diss them. But what I'm saying is, those. Okay, well that's a diss then. But what I'm saying, but those are the caliber of players you have. You're like, well, I would probably take my chances on 2 guys as opposed to splitting it up. And but they ain't worth it. All right, well let me bust all this down 2 players who worth it, and these are the guys that's willing to come here for the player. You know, that's what they worth.
I think for the most part, the league is overpaying
A lot of
a
players.
lot of people anyway. Like I said it years ago,
Which is good.
When Mike Conley got signed to $100 and something million, I was like, I like
Timing.
Timing. That's what it was.
It's timing.
It's timing.
It's timing.
It's timing.
Just
But
like
it's definitely
just like you
overpaid.
say, Dak Prescott. Oh, he shouldn't be paid all that. What you? The alternative is. The alternative is
I agree with that.
Rush or Gilbert.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush.
Or Gary
Now
Rush.
you can pay for Dak Prescott, or you can pay Cooper Rush what he's worth. Have at it. Have at it. Have at it.
What the 8 and 12? 8
Aiton.
I don't know why they was low. This is what I'm saying. Like, pay the people.
But I don't know if it. I don't know where it puts him though.
It puts him in bad standing with the team he plays. Like, yo, you don't think I'm a max player? Who the fuck a max player around here?
well, you got.
No, you got slots for 2 max players. Chris Paul don't make the max. You got Devin Booker making the max, and me, who's supposed to be making the max. You don't think a max player? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Yeah, 4 years, 133 is a lot of money, but that's fucked up.
But I don't
You don't think
I don't
I'm a
he's
max
viewed-
player?
I don't think he's going to be viewed as valuable as Chris Paul on that team.
He should be. He
But
should
he's not.
be.
But he's not.
But he should be. But he should be. And this is what I'm saying. It could be worse. It could be worse.
So if that team,
You can
so
have
let me ask you
JaVale
this.
McGee starting.
So
It could be
wait,
worse.
So wait, but at least hold on. Yeah, it could be worse because you could have Alfred Payton starting if you don't max Chris Paul out because
But Chris Paul ain't maxed out. That's what I'm saying. He's been maxed out.
But the
but not in
question
Phoenix.
was the value in terms of them 3 guys. You said you got to pay 2 of them max money, right?
Well, no, I say you got to pay all 3 of them max money. That's what I mean. I don't know if it can happen, but you have to pay all 3 of them max money. That's what I say. Right. So that money goes to Ayton. So we don't have this kind of kerfuffle we have right now. Oh, you don't think I'm a max player? Who is the max player around here?
So
So many words told them.
where's that leave Phoenix?
Well, they matched the offer, didn't they? They matched
They matched the offer.
But it wasn't a max. It wasn't a max. That's what they're saying.
Well, what you gonna do, young man? They matched the offer. What you gonna do?
Yeah, he going to play for him.
You not. They listen. You tested the market, so so to speak. You know, he was restricted, right? Restricted free agent. They gave you what you thought you wanted to see what you was worth.
They gave you what they
And not only that, they gave you what you thought you was worth, and the team that you play for said, "Nah, we don't want to let you go." So there's got to be some.
Yeah,
there's got to be something there.
But what I would definitely say is what they signed DeAndre Ayton for, the Phoenix did, that was a whole lot less than what they would have had to sign, or what they wanted to sign him for. Straight up and down. They're like, we glad somebody offered that and we can match that. Because what we had to pay him, Phoenix Suns drafted him and all that, it'd have been totally more than that. So we cool with that. So I would assume DeAndre ain't like, this some bullshit. These motherfuckers still don't think I'm a max player.
At the end of the day, man, he ain't making chicken feed.
Nah, none of them are making chicken feed.
Chicken feed.
Nah.
They making that.
They're making that real, that cash real.
That guy's making a lot of fucking money, man.
Them motherfuckers making that scratch.
I ain't mad at $133 million for 4 years.
I'd be upset though.
I ain't gonna say I'd be upset, but I'm like, yo, I remember that shit, cousin. You take it easy, bro. Thanks for coming out.
I agree, brother.
I'm like, but that's what you really think about me?
Man.
Because it ain't what you think about me. It's like what the market bear. Just tell me you think about me what the market bear.
They told him.
I'm like, oh, that's what you think about me.
That's what they told him.
Right. Because I ain't gonna be salty about like I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I spend my money, but I'll be sorry.
Was he going to lead them to a championship?
Lead them. Yeah, I would say lead them
Phoenix,
to right now, probably not. But he'll be a significant
what
piece.
Phoenix is now.
Now I ain't gonna say he'd be in the front of leading them, but he would be second or third. They ain't winning it without it. They ain't winning it without it. I would say that, and that's when I'm like, yo.
They showed. I guess when they get to the finals, they could be in a piece of.
Right. And
so without a man, they not gonna get to close to where they were.
With them, they didn't go as far as they did. So I would say you at least got to keep him because he's one of the better ones. What's the alternative?
Right.
Somebody lesser than him, and then you go even less.
But that's what I'm saying. there could be potentially people out there who they could get, not at that position, but who they could get to bolster their squad. They're free agents available, right?
No.
What's his number?
Not very many.
I'm just curious.
Not very many. The highest free agent signing this year was Rick Brunson. Do you think he's the guy? That's what I'm saying. You can say people ain't worth the money, but you also gotta look at who's available. You gotta look at who's available. It wasn't very many free agents available.
I didn't think Rick Brunson was that good. They made it seem like he was.
Me neither.
But since he's the timing of his free agency, it ain't very many people out here. So your value went up.
Watch them play a couple games.
You nice? I don't know if you that nice, but get your money.
I never said that nigga shit. I've never said
Never. And I think you nice, but nigga, you ain't.
It ain't about.
New York Knicks is trying to get better. Do you think they got better?
It ain't about the play.
The Knicks?
Yeah.
Double, guys. 17 and 10.
Do you think they got better? Incrementally, majorly, smallly? Do you think they got
Brunson?
Yeah.
I think they got better.
I guess. I mean,
When you say does he move the needle in terms of?
I know he don't move the needle.
I think they might make a.
But what I'm saying is you got to think about. You got to look at it how teams look. The Knicks are starving starving to be relevant. Damn, a star, starving to be relevant. They would love a star. So it's nobody out here. It's nobody out here. We got to pay for him to come here. He's going to command this amount of money. We got incrementally better, but the alternative was if we don't sign him, we don't even get better.
Would he have commanded that much money? Were other teams willing to pay him that much?
We don't even get better.
Right. So they didn't have to pay him that much money. I'm sure he would have moved.
To be fair, a lot of people said that the Knicks were bidding against themselves. They was the only ones. They was the only ones who valued them. But you got to understand that the Knicks are dying to be relevant and dying to be better. Well, that's how they say. That's how you get relevant is get better. Now, mind you, he doesn't win us a championship. Maybe not even get us to the second round.
I don't know if he makes you more relevant.
But he makes them a little better. Now, if they didn't sign him and they run it back, they're like, shit, we know the Knicks ain't get better. And we know they're going to get even worse than what they did last year. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a lot too. That's the, you know what I mean?
He's a nice piece. He's a nice piece.
That's what I said.
But the numbers are numbers. It's not like he got out there. And, now if that was 10.
What was the year before?
Let's see.
Was it even double digits? And I ain't even trying to diss him.
Yeah, it was 12.
Okay.
12 and what?
So he's getting better. 12 and 3.
12 and 3, and he jumped up to what? 16 and
Jumped up to
5.
He went from
6,
9,
5.
8, 12 to 16. So I mean, we talking about a player that's say he's ascending.
He's
finding by leaps and bounds.
He's finding his way.
He's ascending.
I just don't know how much better he makes the Knicks personally, but
I think he makes them better. I
feeling.
can't say how much. I can't gauge how much, but I think he made them better after the trade than before the trade.
Okay.
And the Knicks, in the position they in, with the market that it is, that's the price you gotta pay to get that much better. You know what I'm saying?
I think they go to the playoffs. Right?
So is KD going to LA? Is Kyrie going to LA or what?
Nah, it's taking too long. I think, man, something's
Is
going
it?
on. And I'm seeing reports.
Rumor is they're waiting for
The Nets.
No, they're waiting for damn. It's the team that Westbrook is likely to go to. Shit, I can't remember the team it was. But the word is they're waiting on the team who's going to be the third team in the whole thing to get Westbrook. They're waiting for those numbers to add up. So personally, I think it's going to happen. I think Kyrie's going to LA.
I personally have always thought Kyrie is going to LA, but KD ain't going anywhere.
I agree with that.
Kyrie can't even come back. To me, and from what I've heard, I'm like, yeah, those are things you can't come back from. Not saying he was calling anybody's mama's whores or anything like that, but Kyrie was the single most significant piece of why the Nets organization faltered on the court and off the court. You know, so they're like, man, we done had enough of this. You want to trade, we want to trade you. Now, the Kevin Durant thing is totally different. But Kyrie, I totally think he will be in LA. And it may not even be the Lakers. But I totally think he will not be back on the Nets.
I don't think he goes to the Clippers. If he's in LA, he's a Laker.
Now I say that, I say that because the Nets, they may rebuff, we don't want Westbrook. We might want something else. But I say they're the only two teams that's really like.
Well, the Clippers,
They just got John
out
Wall.
there, guy. You know, they good. They think they going to the finals.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think Kyrie is going to go nowhere. Like, now, you're not trading me to Sacramento, Oklahoma City, Detroit, none of those places. Even though we hold your rights. Like, nigga, you ain't see this last couple years, I'll sit the fuck out even more.
I think he's going to the Lakers.
I think he's going to the Lakers.
In regards to KD, they're saying that the Nets are just asking way too much. And niggas like, nah, motherfuckers ain't biting. So I agree that he might stay where he's at.
Is KD viewed differently now in terms of like his legacy?
Yes.
I've always viewed this shit different.
And to be frank, I have too. Ever since I made the mistake of saying, oh yeah, it's a race for best player on earth when it was between him and LeBron. And LeBron kind of wiped that notion away. I was like, KD is a fine ball player. But he ain't that nigga. He ain't that nigga. He ain't that nigga. And I guess I'll make a hot take. A lot of people may say this and think he's better than Steph Curry. And I'm like, nope. He ain't better than Steph Curry. I've just seen it on the floor. He ain't better than Steph Curry. So when y'all say, oh, he's a top whatever, I hope.
I don't have him in the top.
Not saying you. Not saying you.
I don't.
But when people say he's a top whatever, I hope you got Stephen Curry ranked ahead of him. Because KD, I don't mean to say this crazy, but he's a guy.
I think he's in the
He's a
top
guy.
10. But
All time?
fuck no, I'm talking about right now.
Oh, yeah, he's top 10 right now.
I don't think he's a guy.
But I don't think he has the ability, and it's fine because a lot of people don't have the ability to take his team
Yeah, we're only talking about a
to the
finite
chip
number of guys
and
here.
win. And that's what I'm saying.
There's only
That's
three or
that's
four
what I'm saying.
of them
I
guys
don't think
in the
that's
league that.
necessarily a horrible thing because other people can't do it. But he can't do it.
Shit, quite frankly, it's only been how many motherfuckers in the league right now? It's only 3 niggas that can do it.
Steph,
LeBron and Giannis.
Giannis.
At this point, it ain't really. Well, Kawhi, you can say Kawhi
Yeah.
to a degree. Yeah, you can say
I'd definitely
Kawhi.
say
Other than
Kawhi,
that,
too.
it's like you can't really say it's nobody else.
Well, if you give me a healthy Kawhi or a healthy KD, I'm taking healthy Kawhi all day long anyway. So
Take Kawhi over KD.
I
Yeah.
will too. I agree.
both of them
Take
healthy,
Kawhi
yeah.
over KD?
I take Kawhi over KD.
All things being equal, healthy, finals matchup. You take Kawhi over KD.
I think it's been proven what Kawhi can do. I think he's proven that he can be the alpha and lead, lesser motherfuckers and go get it.
Because I just say, man, I've seen KD not do it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, the times you
I've
won
seen both of them
championships,
not do it.
your head crazy motherfucking
That's what I was
talent.
gonna say, like,
I've seen both of them. I'm more impressed. I'm more impressed with Kawhi's feats.
Does
Then
KD win
KD.
it with that Toronto?
And that's what I'm
crowd?
saying. When I think about it like
Because they
that,
won it with the Oklahoma.
what are KD's
why
feats?
KD didn't get hurt?
Who? Golden State?
Toronto.
Probably not. Probably not.
No, not that year.
Nah.
No, definitely. I don't think that
That's
year.
the
but
way
what-
we basing Kawhi's whole.
I'm not basing it just off that year. I'm saying KD wouldn't even be a champion if he didn't go to Golden State.
Kawhi took to the championship.
It's not necessarily taking. Well,
Take
you can't say
Taking.
You can't.
I can't. Come on, man. I can't say he took San Antonio to the championship. I
But
can't say
I
that.
know his performances.
But I heard around the table was that I know Kawhi could lead his team to a championship.
Right.
He did it once.
He has.
You
And
can't
he
just say
has.
That's
You
what
can't
I'm
just
saying.
say he did it.
Alright, besides
has.
that, there's no evidence of him.
But
being
you
God.
take it off. You take it off that he has.
But
And KD
besides
has
that
it.
one year-
Regardless, no, you can't say.
Time out.
Okay.
Time out. Let me finish. 1 year. No other year. He's been the guy.
In his championship, on his championship,
I'm saying he's been the guy.
Yeah, when he was the
but
guy,
either been-
he did it.
He either been hurt, or when he wasn't hurt, when he wasn't hurt, he wasn't the guy.
And a lot of years, KD was the guy and healthy.
Well, I say
They didn't
this.
win. They didn't win.
It's
I think
different
he
than
was
being
with
the
the
guy the
Spurs.
whole career.
Nah, listen. I think he
Nah.
And not being the guy.
Well, he was the guy once. He was one of
the guy. He's the guy. It's whether
Right,
it's 2
KD
years,
Kawhi
3 years.
Leonard was the guy for the Spurs. They were playing Golden State. Right?
That's my team, man. That's my team.
He got hurt.
He was going crazy on him.
He got hurt. Once he got hurt,
He was going crazy on him.
what's the big boy?
Most slithering agreement with the
Zaza Pachulia.
No.
It was Zaza.
No, that's not what I'm talking about, though.
Okay.
I'm talking about who y'all picked up that year. God damn it, what's his name?
Not Aldridge. No.
Aldridge.
Okay.
Aldridge completely choked after Kawhi got hurt. And in my opinion, had Kawhi not gotten hurt, they was gonna beat Golden
He
State.
was cooking.
Well, see,
Beat Golden State.
well, those type
He
of
was,
things,
and
man.
he was cooking when they lost to Luka.
Those type of things, man. I mean, even though
P that didn't deliver for them. He was
injuries
cooking.
happen to
Absolutely.
everybody.
Absolutely.
So when they say injury, I'm like, well, Klay Thompson just missed what, a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? KD injuries happen to everybody. So that's just part of what I throw into the games they played on paper, because I do take into account that injuries happen to not just the team that's supposed to win, but all the fucking teams.
That championship with Toronto, I mean, you can't take that off the board. That's more impressive than anything KD has done. It's more impressive than anything he's done.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, and when you look at it, KD had his own team for I don't know how many years. They ain't win a chip, regardless of whoever was hurt, because people got hurt in them years that he was the man. Regardless of.
When we talking about, we're not talking about a super team when we talking about the Milwaukee Bucks, man.
No, we're not.
We're not talking about a super team. We're talking about a situation where the game literally comes down to a situation where you have those type of guys for. Go win it. This was a winnable situation.
That's why I say
we've seen him give up the 3-1 lead to Golden State. You lost against Giannis, who, for all intents and purposes, people have you better than Giannis. People have you better than Giannis.
Not me, but the majority
That's
did.
not a blowout. That's a winnable game.
Right.
Giannis outperformed you in that situation.
To me, y'all was on equal standing, and y'all had home court. They're like, oh, okay, if his foot wasn't there, I'm like, you acting like Giannis only scored 13 points. Nah, he matched him damn near point for point. But he made all the plays he needed to make to go on to the next round. Did KD? Nah. When you look at it, he's never made all the plays that we potentially think he should have made to get to where he's gotten to.
True.
I ain't saying he's not a great.
His failures outweigh the successes to me. That's my thing. The failures outweigh the successes. His highs don't outweigh the lows to me. That's just
For a player of his caliber.
an all-world,
True.
potentially Hall of Fame, potentially top 10 guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But listen to what y'all saying, though. With all y'all saying, you saying all world top 10, it don't matter.
Talent. I ain't saying he top 10. I didn't say it was top 10. Other people do.
So what you saying really don't matter. Because if you watching the talent for yourself.
Right. The story's not done.
But I'm saying the talent doesn't just.
We're talking
And that's what people talking about. When they describe KD.
But they're also
They-
talking about what
Yeah, they
exactly
talk
what we're
about
saying.
that.
That he can't
A lot
get
of-
them to
and
attack.
They talk about that. but
I'm glad you brought that up.
That's part of his
I'm glad
legacy
you
to
brought
start.
that up.
The way they talk like about Kyrie. Yo.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I always say a lot of people. I think a lot of people like styles and way people play over
The way
actual
motherfuckers
production.
like Dame Lillard. Yo. I don't think that nigga can ball.
I've never
Top 75 all
Now,
time.
mind you, he's my favorite point guard in the league.
You know what I'm
He's my
saying?
favorite point guard in the league. But guess why he's my favorite point guard in the league? He got raps. I ain't saying he the best, and actually, I don't think he's top 75. But people like the style that he played, and they like him.
Don't like them niggas looking at niggas.
He's a six-time All-Star.
I don't care about all.
A six-time All-Star, and he's my favorite point guard in the league. But he's a six-time All-Star.
I couldn't care.
But people like, oh, he's up here. That's all he got. He's a six-time and rookie of the year. He's a six-time All-Star, rookie of the year.
He's not in my top anything.
At all.
I love him, but I'm like, that might be a bridge too far.
35 ever.
I like to watch him hoop,
I'm like, that might be a bridge too
Like watching
far.
that shit.
but he's not in the conversations that when I talk about the best in the league.
Nah,
He's
he's
not in
not.
my
He's not. But that's what I was just making a point that
He too big
I think a lot of people like styles over actual substance or actual
He top
results.
20.
Maybe
He
top 20, yeah.
He top 20.
Right, yeah, right.
Top 20.
But people say KD. I'm like, he's scoring champ a couple times. Yeah, got that. Got to the finals one time on his own without Steph and them. I ain't saying for people of his talent and what y'all trying to equate him to. I'm like, that's pretty light. I'm like, that's pretty light though.
How old is KD? 34?
30.
35?
Nah. Well, I don't know. He might be. I know he's 30-something. Just like a Kyrie Irving. I love the fucking way he played. He has very few accomplishments. Very few. He's like, I don't know, 6, 7-time All-Star. And a Rookie of the Year himself. Mm-hmm. That's it. He don't even have a scoring title. Oh, he's top 75.
I don't doubt.
His skill?
He's top 75.
He didn't make it.
Right, but I'm like, his skill is one thing, but the production or the results of that skill is a whole totally other thing. You may not like Giannis, but his skill, I don't like his skill. What his skill produces, you can't front on that, motherfucker. Production, I don't give a fuck how the shit look. He produced.
He's 34 years old.
KD? So he's more than in the, like, dog, you probably had 8, 9 years in OKC. That was all them years you was the guy.
Was it that many?
Yeah, he only been in.
A couple years in Seattle.
Oh,
7 years.
well, Seattle / OKC.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is he's had more than enough time and more than enough talent around him
I agree.
to say, okay, well,
I'll tell you exactly.
you shouldn't have the least amount of accolades or accomplishments that you have.
Right.
You should have a little bit more compared to other people with your skill level.
8 years at Oklahoma State.
Or what your
So
perceived.
9 because you won in Seattle. So
Right, that's what I say. 8, 9 years. Yeah,
okay.
that's long enough for me to say, okay, well, that's long enough. Championship, this and that, cool. That right there wouldn't even put you above Allen Iverson in my list without the championships in Golden State.
Glad you brought him up.
I'm like, you have the same fucking thing. Scoring titles, you took it.
you-
I said without going to Golden State.
Yeah. But you can't take that away. Though.
Oh no, I'm saying, but we're going to Golden State. I'm like, if you didn't go, all right, cool. A lot of people knock you things. Okay, well, we can't give you too much for going to Golden State.
Right.
I'm like, if you're the player of the caliber you say you is, you should be able to do this without playing Steph. At least go to some more finals and all this kind of stuff. Have more stuff. That's what the people said.
Come back to OKC the following year, retool, and potentially
Right, or wherever you at, regardless, wherever you at. The only time you won chips is on a team that we all kind of knew was going to win chips. So how good are you? We got your talent and potential up here. But what you've done without talent and potential up here is down here. And that's significantly less than a lot of people who have your talent.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question though.
It's safe to say that.
Do a motherfucker get more leeway because you like him, like, because he's likable or he's cool? Because you mentioned Allen Iverson, and in terms of like shit that people have done,
Yes, I truly believe.
because his resume is even lighter than KD.
I truly believe that.
And Westbrook.
I truly believe that what people personally think about players goes a lot into how you rank them or see them in all time or as against their peers. I think a lot of people, not all, they take what they like, and a lot of times it seems like it's style over substance. Now, I love Bubba Chuck, and I ain't even gonna say he was overrated or none of that. But I can see where some people say, well, he ain't do this and do that. Gotcha, that's fair. I won't say it. But those things are also fair to say to a lot of other people who they place a lot of shit on or place higher.
Most fans don't look at players like championships.
True.
If
True.
I like you, I like something about your game, something about something. So when you move on to the next level, I'm not rating you on how many championship. I'll just like you as because I've been liking you play back.
Right. And where I will rank you sort of kind of goes where I like you. Not necessarily against other people.
You know what I'm saying?
My favorite basketball player of all time.
Championships and all that shit. Like
some of that has something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be a great talent and have no or little few accomplishments.
You can be playing with scrubs all your career. It's not your fault. You did what you had. You did as much as you could do.
Well, what if you didn't though?
But what if you did though?
So in
What
case
if you
of who?
didn't do?
Okay, so but I'm just saying, what if it goes both ways?
It's Iverson. He played with scrubs. his whole
Yeah,
career.
he's one of the few people you can say that about. Huh?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. It's not very many. You can say, oh, they ain't never played with nobody that had elite level talent. It's very few. Now I'm saying Allen Iverson is maybe at the front of the list.
Nobody.
I mean, but he played with a lot of the lesser than.
I mean, you even I wouldn't say nobody, man.
Now I'm piggyback on your point. A lot of people say that Allen Iverson was an all-time talent, which I agree with. But a lot of people say that he, amongst the all-time talents, he may have been one of the people who played with the lesser than talent. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people have said that.
Who had one of the all times who had
The least amount of time.
some sort of
Right,
success.
maybe with the
least amount of time.
right now when you looking at people on the same talent level as him, I'm like, well, as a KD, who people would think that even has more talent than Allen Iverson, I would say they're the same people. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, your talent is one thing, but the production is a whole. That's what we here for.
Because we watch, obviously, we watch motherfuckers from high school on up, college and all that. But it's crazy to me that Jordan is the only person that can get his college championships compared with his NBA championships.
I don't understand. Explain what you mean. I don't think I understand.
Like when they talk about NBA players,
People like Jordan so much.
when they talk about other NBA players, they don't say
They don't bring-
such and such won a championship
Okay,
and such and such a.
No, they do, you know what they do that for?
I got you.
You know what they do that for? They do that for both the UCLA centers, and they do that for Magic Johnson.
I was gonna say,
Sometimes.
I know I make a point to bring it up
No, that's
to
a constant.
for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Because the thing is that people always say Magic had the greatest 3-year run, I think, or 4-year run in the history of basketball. That was an argument. The senior year, he won a championship in high school. He won his college championship, came into the NBA, won a finals championship.
Well, hold on. They leaving
So-
out the fact that he played 2 years in college and ain't winning championship.
Right.
They leaving that part out.
What I'm talking about.
That part matters.
It
That's-
doesn't.
I said-
When you
I
say
said
the best
span.
3-year run,
I said a span.
it doesn't. When you say the
Yeah, I
best,
said a span.
That's in the span of high school and college.
Right, but
That's
no,
in
no,
I
between.
said
That's 3
span.
years.
I
That's-
said,
that's
no,
a
it was
span.
like a 4 or 5 year span. They say he had the best run in terms of those 4 or 5 years. That's what the argument is. But you know, of course, other people say that. I think some people said it was Kareem that had the best, but he's not the only one that gets his college championship glorified, because Bill Walton and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's college championships are glorified, along with Magic Johnson's.
He only got one. So that's what I'm saying.
That's but I'm saying Jordan only got one championship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
Magic only got one.
They don't glorify it like they do.
What I heard him glorify it.
Now,
I'm not saying you wrong because of what you heard. I'm just telling you what I heard too.
I don't hear niggas talk about Magic.
I heard him talking
right,
about
I don't really hear him talking about Magic or the 5-year run either. Cause I'm like, he didn't win the championship all those years. He won a championship in high school, went to college for a couple of years, won the championship in college, and then the next year as a rookie, he won the championship as a rookie. That's 3 chips in 5 years. Now, I ain't saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's bad.
He loves his sophomore.
Okay, well, 4 years, 3 chips in 4 years. High school, college, I ain't saying that's bad. It may not even be topped. There are other people who got 3 championships. There are other people who got 3 championships in 4 years.
In UCLA
And high school.
Power Memorial.
And high school.
And then he went on to, I think it was like 70, 71. He won that championship with the Bucks, if I'm not mistaken.
As a rookie.
Because it was a video about, you know, dudes going back.
So that was like 7 years of championships, 7 or 8 years of championships. They don't bring that up because they don't like Kareem the same way they like Air Jordan to bring up his 1 championship or Magic Johnson's 1 championship to strengthen their resume. Like, yo, dog, if you want to go to college, It's people who swap their college joints, so that doesn't strip from theirs. They're like, oh no, we ain't counting them though. We ain't counting them though. We ain't counting them
Talk about
though.
Mike winning on every level, more or less. I think that's where the context is.
But that
That's
theory
what I'm
gets
saying.
thrown in like, oh, it's people who won way more.
That's the
Nigga, it's people.
but they make it seem like
Kareem
Mike was the only one who's done that.
Kareem ain't get cut from his motherfucking varsity team. No, we won the championship the year.
Like
To see,
the only person that won a college championship.
Kareem, no.
NBA
Not only did I not get cut, I was the player of the year, and we won the championship the same year that Mike got cut. But y'all don't bring that shit up because they don't like Kareem or Lou Alcindor the same way they like Mike. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. And Mike people are Kobe people. Oh no, number 2 is Kobe. Word. I ain't mad at you. But they see the same thing the same way with Mike as they see it with Kobe. Like, I ain't mad at you, but we can't even go back to Kobe's before high school or anything, because everybody got what he had before he came into the league. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he don't have what other people have. You're like, these people got high school and college. He ain't got no college. We got that. These people got 5 professionally. People got 2 and 3 college. People got 2 and 3 high school. Oh, now we just talking about this. Come on, now, we're moving the goalposts now. If you bringing it up for Mike, he has none of this other stuff. We ain't got none of this stuff. Okay, cool, no problem. It only works against me because he ain't do it. But people who did do it and got 1, 2, 3 of them, we gonna call that against them?
Personally, I think Kobe's probably number 2. Also, without high school or college.
As far as what?
As far as greatest players,
Number 2 behind Mike?
of course.
Not saying you wrong, but that doesn't surprise me.
No. I was only speaking to the point that you said a lot of people, when they do that, they speak about how Kobe was in high school. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Nah, what I was saying was the same people who bring up the shit for Mike in high school and college disregarded for Kobe.
Right.
Because you like Michael for the same reason why you like Mike, the same reason why you like Kobe. We like Mike and Kobe's style and what they did,
right,
period, over what other people did, period. Okay, so we're going to count what they did, double, and discount what y'all did. Like, okay, that's how it seems to me. That's how it seems like, yo, Kobe didn't even play, like, do you know the man went damn near undefeated?
Top 10?
In my top
10, probably. Yeah, he's probably in my top 10. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people are like, he's number 2. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. I ain't gonna argue you down, but what you going off of? I can name 2 people that got more shit to him and everything you say. Oh, the eye test. All right, cool, no problem.
The people that got more shit than him, you got ranked higher than him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
so
I'm saying
it
to
matters
other
what they
people,
say,
I was like, it must just be you like him better than other people. I'm like, or I ain't gonna say I ain't saying you shouldn't.
But
if you bringing up all this shit from Mike, who's number 1, you gotta discount it from Kobe, who's number 2.
At the beginning. Alright, we watched Kobe in high school and all that shit. I ain't even gonna say Kobe, but we watched nigga go from high school and college. When did we start adding winning to his game? Counting that as part of his game.
I only count the pros. When I say best ever, to me, I don't give a fuck about Mike's college shit.
Nah, but I'm saying
I'm just speaking
Mike's
in general.
game though, right?
Right.
So, other than Mike's game, I put it like this: would Mike still be the greatest if he didn't win 6 rings?
And he just
He did what he did. He wouldn't play the same exact way.
No.
He wouldn't.
I don't think so.
To me, he wouldn't.
Not on my list.
That changed your opinion of much about his game.
Yeah, because
No,
I think
we're not
6.
talking about 1 or 2.
I think
We're
6
talking about
chips.
6 titles.
I think that speaks to his game.
Because you have the production, then you have the results to match the production. We're not talking about overwhelming production and then light reward. We're talking about reward that matches the production. When you talk about Kareem, you talk about overwhelming production and overwhelming rewards. When you talk about Chamberlain, you're talking about crazy production, but then the awards come up slight.
But then when you have people who say Kobe number 2, like, well, Magic has he has more than what he has. Do you just
He's
like
more
Kobe?
professional than
Right, he has more, period. Except, you know what I'm saying, except stats. But he has more accolades than Kobe Bryant, except they have the same amount of championships. So it'd be like, which one you like better? You like Kobe or Magic? It's like,
I'll say this.
Who game you like better?
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
It all boils down to.
Who game you like better?
It goes back to who you like watching play
Right.
the game of basketball.
And that's what I said. I think a lot of people.
that's
I
definitely
think a lot of
That's what
people.
it all boils down
I think
to.
a lot of people's likes
So what you saying is
dictate
So
as
if
it
that's
should.
the case, so if
Nah,
that's the
like
case-
I'm saying, like you
Hold on,
said,
let me-
in the case of a Wilt Chamberlain, a LeBron James, where they say you went, we all know the man with the 10 straight finals. We all know when he was going to the league. He just got there and lost. But some people still rank him number 2. Some people hold all that against him.
I'm like, name me
Some
another.
people don't.
Right.
Because they like, yo, man, that nigga, you watch that nigga play, ain't nobody out there better than that nigga.
True
I don't do
indeed.
that.
I'm just saying, but some people's like, yo,
Right.
ain't nobody out there better.
Right.
They're not wrong.
And that's fair.
You know what
And
I'm
that's
saying?
fair. But it's hard to win them. And that's what I'm saying, yo. So the people who have them and have these accolades,
But we
like,
talking LeBron James, we talking
And that's not,
for all
that's
intents and purposes, we talking overwhelming production and very high results though.
yeah. And he's looked at as a person who's taking a little bit, he's on the side of, I'm taking a little bit lesser than, further than other people did.
He's taking lesser than
He's taking lesser than talent, further than they should have been taken with somebody else that wasn't the caliber of me. So that works in his
He's
favor.
talking about his last year in Cleveland. And
I'm talking about just his whole
first
career.
finals in
I'm just talking about just him being in Cleveland, period. Cleveland was supposed to win a goddamn thing.
I disagree with that.
I'm engaging in hyperbole. But what I'm saying is, with LeBron James in Cleveland, probably LeBron James is probably the only person that could have pulled that off, unless you go get me another all-timer. And it's probably maybe one or two other all-time. Jordan probably could have pulled it off.
Well, there's all-timers.
Maybe Jordan. Maybe Jordan.
There's
And that's what I'm
all-timers
saying.
in the league.
But he had
right now,
he had
at
Kyrie
this very
and Kevin
time.
Love.
No, I ain't talking about the championships. I'm talking about taking Daniel Gibson, Anthony Moon, Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
I agree.
That part.
I agree with
I'm saying.
that, with
I'm
that
saying
finals.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you can name a whole lot of all-time greats. They ain't taking them that motherfucking far. And that's why I say I'll take an Allen Iverson over a Kobe Bryant because he's taking lesser further than.
Yeah, I think that's ludicrous.
Okay, cool, no problem.
So you like AI better as a player than Kobe Bryant? You like AI better as a player over Kobe Bryant?
I like them equally as players. But who do you think if you ask me,
I'll take Kobe.
It's not
No
hard for
problem.
me. It's very.
I go to the club with AI,
It's ridiculously easy.
but
It's
I'm
not.
good. I'm
But
taking.
if it's hard for you, I
got you.
think
That's not even hard.
Also look at it like this. Give AI what Kobe had, he'll have some championship too. This is a different
I don't even agree
different
with that.
But
conversation.
if you give Kobe what AI had, maybe he'll have a championship.
I don't think that team was going to win the championship anyway. I don't think it was Jesus was on the team. The team that the AI took the championship, they couldn't have won.
With Diesel?
No.
Okay.
Nah.
I completely disagree. But
Nah.
What? That Sixers team with
Nah.
Shaq.
Because it was
Shaq and AI?
No, Shaq instead of AI. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't think anybody else. I don't think nobody could have took them any further. That collective of team any further.
And I'm disagreeing. I'm saying I think Kobe could have.
If you switch out Kobe and
I think
AI,
Kobe could have won the chip with that.
With
Celtics
that
Okay,
team.
that's fair. I ain't gonna argue you that, but
I
that's
think
fair.
Only because I think he's a better
fair.
player. Than
Yes.
I think he's a better player. Than
And that's
AI.
fair. I ain't arguing you down on that.
I
But
think
what I
he's
do,
a better player. Than
but
AI.
what I do know is they both had chances.
I don't think they would have
I don't either. Shaq and AI. I don't either. I don't either.
That's what I was saying.
If AI was on the Lakers, they was swamping them. Now, here's what I'm saying is.
I do think that though.
Kobe Bryant
Kobe
had some teams like AI took to the championship. They wasn't even getting out the first round.
I'm gonna tell you why.
That's what I compare that to.
Okay, but then you gotta look at the
Here's
West
why I
and the
think
East.
Kobe- here's why I think
It's
Kobe
not
won.
apples and apples.
Here's
Now
why I
I'm looking
think
at
Kobe
player for
won.
player and the people you had in your team. I'm like, you've had sucky player. You had Smush Parker. AI was taking them motherfuckers to the playoffs. Y'all ain't go to the playoffs, Kobe. That's what I look at. I'm like,
I get that, and what I'm saying to you is
that's all I'm
what
saying.
I'm saying to you is it's not apples to apples because in my opinion, had AI been with smushing them in the West, or if AI was with Aaron McKee and them in the West, they wouldn't go to the championship.
No, Kobe and them was only going if they was going to the playoffs to the first round, and I'm like, hold on, you've had teams just as talently efficient as the Sixers had that went to the championship that AI led them to. You didn't lead them to the championship.
Right.
You led them to the first round.
I got you. And what I'm saying
That's what I'm saying.
I got
You had your chance
I understood
to
what you
lead.
said. What I'm telling you is, we all know the East and West is apples and oranges. I'm sure we can all agree on that. It has been for a pretty long time.
I am. All right, cool. I don't agree, but you ain't got to argue me down, man. But I thought Kobe Bryant was a guy that could. You feel what I'm saying? This is what I don't care who conference and all that kind of stuff.
But you gotta add, that makes a difference though. You gotta factor that.
All right, so you. All right.
You think that Aaron McKee, Snow, AI and them would have went to the chip if they were in the West? I know it's impossible to say.
The
I
team,
know.
yeah. If Shaq and them was Shaq goes in the East, they didn't beat everybody in the West and played Shaq and them in the East. That's what I believe.
Okay.
And lost to Shaq and Kobe. They was the only people they was gonna lose to. Who I think. Let the record reflect. All the series they played came to 5 or 7 games. So it wasn't like they was beating everybody by 100 points. They was beating motherfuckers by 1 or 2 points. The Sixers that year. We went to 5 games with Toronto and 7 games with the Bucks. And both of them came down to the last shot at the last motherfucking game. Yeah. So it ain't like we was busting motherfuckers' ass. We just winning. I would rather take the win over potentially looking good being home. That's what I'm saying. AI did it. I can't say Kobe did it. He's won more championships, but I can't say he's done more with less.
I don't know. I put it this way: that Kobe's fucking championship run without Shaq equals that shit AI did, in my opinion.
That's
it equals
fair.
that shit AI.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, man.
That's fair.
I'm sorry because he wasn't the favorite going into neither one of them finals. He wasn't the favorite.
That's fair. That's fair.
And the reason I think I think he could have pulled off the win is because number one, Kobe has proven he could do it by himself. I don't think Shaq and Kobe.
That's the part I think a lot of people overstate. He's proven he could do it by himself. When?
Kobe?
As in Kobe being Bryant. When he proved he could do it by himself.
When he won his 2 titles. Who were you?
Paul Gasol.
Really? We're saying Paul Gasol?
A lot of people consider that. That's better than anything the Sixers had.
Paul Gasol was pretty good.
Yeah, he was I don't know how many time All-Star. He was pretty good.
Consider Paul Gasol like a...
You may not,
like
but the majority of people say, yeah, he had a little bit better than. So that's what I'm saying. You can't, you in the minority in that argument. They was like, nah, Paul Gasol is somebody. Was he the best? Nah. One of the best at the time?
Yeah. Sixers.
Yeah, except AI.
So Kobe's never won a championship by himself?
Nah, I don't think a lot of people have won championships by themselves.
No?
I don't think a lot of people won championships. Championships don't get won by one person.
Not a first Rocket Dream joint, a Kawhi. Nah, he ain't got one of those. No.
Nah.
Gasol was a top 10.
He don't have a Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah.
He don't have a Dirk
Pau Gasol was
Nowitzki.
a top 10 player.
Yeah, he was.
Gasol was real.
He was real.
You can be a top 10 guy, but
He was a however many
when you
times.
get where you going, the numbers are the numbers when you get where you going. And the numbers wasn't the same when he came from, just like Chris Bosh numbers wasn't the same coming to Miami. Just like Kevin Love numbers wasn't the same coming to Cleveland.
Just like the Kembe Mutombo numbers when they
Just
came
what?
come from Atlanta when we
But he
traded
was
for him
the
that
player of
year.
the year when he played with
And the
us.
numbers wasn't the
He was
same.
the defensive-
And he
Okay,
wasn't
so you
wasn't
go-
even
okay,
he
so
wasn't
you
even
go-
a caliber
you
player
go
of a
from
Paul
15
Gasol.
You go from 15 to 13, so they're not the same, Fresh.
And he still wasn't a player of caliber of a Paul
We
Gasol.
ain't gonna do that with Paul Gasol. He ain't gonna
Right.
do that with
I'm saying he
Paul
still
Gasol.
wasn't a player of a caliber player of a Paul Gasol.
Hold on. Or God, you ain't gonna do that.
Paul Gasol was the second best player on the team on all them teams. On all them teams. Paul Gasol the Hall of Fame.
You got AI.
He said, ho.
Nah,
Paul Gasol's in the Hall of Fame. So can we
Kobe?
historically now? But if you was asking me like who you want on your team, I'd
So you
take
would take
AI.
AI over Kobe in the park? Or
I might. Yes.
You would? You would take AI over Kobe like
Yes.
anywhere?
Nowhere.
Why would you?
Yo, Paul Gasol averaged 18 points, 11 rebounds, and three assists.
Yeah, that was pretty damn good.
Finals.
That was pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's
He's on a however many time All-Star and in the NBA Hall of Fame. Nothing reflect.
Kobe gonna leave. And they had to make and what's the name just gave him Paul Gasol so he wouldn't leave the Lakers.
And Kobe actually said, you know what, if you guys don't get any better guys around here, here's a couple teams I might want to be traded to.
Yeah, I remember that. That's what I said. They went and got Gasol.
And they went, let's go get Pau
Gasol
Gasol
was the guy. Back
For
then.
his
He was
brother.
very good back
You
then.
got traded
for his brother.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They had just picked him in the draft,
That's
traded
when
him.
Kobe was in his down years.
Down years. So that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people like Kobe's style and all the mystique around Kobe, and I ain't mad at them people for that.
I mean, that's all AI got though is style and mystique.
I didn't say
That's
that.
all he got.
Right. But with the same talent, I think those people go the same place. You don't, but I do.
Cool.
Where's Carmelo in all this?
Melo.
I don't think he's either one of those players. He's not either one of those players. And he's pretty good, but he ain't either one of those players.
He not a bum, but
Melo missed his turn.
he don't belong in this conversation.
Melo missed his turn.
Melo should have never had that. Melo should have never signed to the Knicks. That was the problem.
Nah, he should have never opted in when everybody agreed to sign it.
That big free agent year.
Nah, he should have been in fucking. He should have been with the Clippers or the Bulls that year. Derrick Rose was in his prime, uninjured.
Said he was supposed to go. He picked the 5th year option.
Oh, he chased the
Everybody
money.
picked the 4th.
He chased the money. He said
Chased
it.
the money. He said that.
He chased the money. But the other options on the table was playing with a prime Derrick Rose, or playing with Lob City. That was the options.
The money wasn't right for him. And I ain't saying that's good or bad, but he's like, nah, I want all my
I mean,
money.
well, I mean-
I want all my money. And that's what I was saying
Yeah,
earlier.
well, you
we were
got
talking
that
about,
option, but on the
like,
back end,
I don't know if
now-
I'm leaving money on the table, but I'm glad James Harden plays for my team with that mentality, because I don't know if I can do it.
I think it went to
I
New
might
York
be
and
more
scored a lot
Carmelo
of
than
points.
James Harden.
And got a lot of money and got a lot of fans. And
Now he's searching for a chip team.
Yeah. Until a couple years ago, chips wasn't that important. Like, yo, the money and not being a broke motherfucker who played in the
Chips
league.
always been that important. I don't give a fuck with what? Man, chips always been important.
I agree.
They've been important, but I said they got more important.
A lot of players even that ain't got chips like, man, all I wanted was to win. I just want to win.
Chips always
Like
been
they-
important. It's put it this way, motherfuckers winning multiple
But not as
chips make it
important.
seem like, well, you know, shit, only a certain amount of people can win chips. Nah, them shit's always been important. They always been important.
I ain't say they haven't been important, but they have gained more importance when people started putting more importance on the actual chip. Like, oh, this guy got these chips. Oh,
But that's you can't.
At a
take
certain
that-
point-
you can't take that out of the equation, and you never
I
could.
don't. Oh, I'm not.
Because when you're talking about the greatest players ever, you splitting hairs. If you
Right.
have a beauty contest, it comes down to the ancillary things that they can do.
But that's why you got a Russian judge, a French judge, because they judging the same thing, the same criteria,
That's why they
different
gotta do
ways.
a talent. They gotta sing.
Right? You know, some
Yeah.
people get a 9.5, some people get a 9.4. You be like,
You
oh,
split
like,
hairs.
oh.
There's something that has to
Right.
separate them.
Some people split certain hairs
There's
this
something
way.
that has
Some
to
people,
separate them, though, right?
right? Yeah.
So it's your ability to do other things other than just look good.
Oh yeah.
Because they all look good. There has
Yeah.
to be some separator, right?
True.
You can't give 50 fucking first place votes. We're talking about the most beautiful women in the
Oh,
world.
yeah.
You have to split hairs, just like the players. You have to split hairs, and championships matter.
Yeah. Now, I didn't say I was the person who came with that mentality.
MVPs
What-
matter.
what I'm
Finals
saying-
MVPs matter.
Right. Like
All that
I
shit
say,
matters.
Finals MVP is overrated. But I ain't never
It's
said
not
it didn't.
overrated.
But I ain't
What
never
do
said
you
it
mean
didn't
it's
matter.
overrated?
I say it all.
How is it overrated?
Good brother. I ain't say it don't matter. I thought it was. I said things. Particularly when we splitting hairs as we do, certain people put certain weight on certain hairs.
We're only talking when we're talking about the greatest. We're talking about
We
a
splitting
very-
those hairs.
We're talking about a very finite number of categories. We're talking about MVPs. We're talking about fucking
But every-
finals MVPs and championships. And
But
shit like
everybody
that.
doesn't
You make it
look
sound
at
like
that.
We're not talking about scoring time. We're talking about hardware.
Right.
We're talking about straight hardware. The hardware that
We
matters.
look at that way.
What do you mean we look at?
You know what I'm saying? But other people started putting more onus on championships above anything else. Now everything mattered.
Because when you're talking, when you got a pot full of candidates and everybody in there has MVPs, what's you gotta go down the
Yeah.
line of what's the determining factors? What things matter?
Yeah.
If I line up all my accolades and all your accolades, we've both won championships, we've both won MVPs. You keep going down the line,
That's a subjective look that we hold, but not everybody looked at it at GOAT or all-time look subjectively. And that's the whole type of thing I'm saying. Everybody don't look at the hardware and the stats and everything, just like he said.
I agree.
Question before we wrap it up. Do y'all think Larry Bird better than Kevin Durant?
Yes, I do. Give me
When you
prime
say
Larry. Give me
you mean
prime
like
Larry
or like prime
or-
versus prime.
Better. Is it
Better. I think he's better. I think he's better. I think he's better. Period.
than Kevin Durant?
I think he's better. Period. I think they're both great, but I think Larry Legend is better.
I think
I think Larry Legend is better.
That's hard for me.
Bird's a better player.
I mean, like he's
But I
smashing
do
them,
think Larry is.
but I could definitely decide. Oh yeah, he's better.
I
do
take
I think
over
Larry
KD.
was a more complete
I take Larry over
player.
KD.
I think Larry was a more complete
So I
player.
say, yeah, I think he's a more complete player.
I take Larry over KD.
A lot of people don't, and I would assume it's why. I would assume it's because the way he plays, and quite
He has
frankly,
the better looking game.
right.
But
And
I'm not taking KD because he got the better looking game.
I think a lot of people do when it goes into account who, you know what I'm saying, not saying who they like, who all-time favorites. They like, oh nah, the style of game that they played was more appealing to
That's
me.
a very hard question, though, man.
You know what I'm saying, was more
That's a
appealing to
very-
me than the actual hardware that lined up.
It's weird because people, I've seen people recently talking about KD a cook Larry. Well, he cooks
Do you
everybody.
think was it an easy? Oh yeah, of course. KD's is it, or is it like
But see,
even something you got to think about? You think it's, you know what I'm saying? It's a difficult question.
KD will cook Larry Bird.
I think he will, but
Okay,
also,
so you was talking about one
are
on one.
we having a conversation about him on the defensive end against Larry?
Nah, the point I'm making is how many championships you think Kevin Durant would have playing with Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson?
probably the same amount,
You don't think
if
Larry
not
would?
less. If not, no, I don't. I think it
Well,
had
we
the
saw
same
what happened
amount.
when KD get with a great cast, he wins championships. So, I
and-
mean, he did the same thing Larry Bird did with great players.
right. So I don't think he'll have no more, no less than Larry Bird. Actually, I think he may even have less.
I prefer Larry Bird.
He would have the same or less than Larry Bird had.
I prefer Larry over Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I prefer Kevin Durant.
Do you think Larry Bird will cook Kevin Durant?
No.
Pause.
Why wouldn't you? Why don't you think that?
I just think Kevin Durant is a better, superior player than
I mean that's fair to say that. That's fair to say that, but I think you have the minority at this team.
I don't think that's a
I mean,
wrong
at this
answer,
table.
though.
I mean,
No,
there ain't, and that's what I'm saying.
To
There
me,
isn't a wrong
that's
answer.
why, to me, it's not an easy question.
So
You have
KD
to-
is
to
cook.
me, you have
So
to.
KD would cook Larry Bird, but Larry Bird wouldn't cook KD.
And that's fine. I ain't saying that's right or wrong. I don't necessarily agree, but a lot of
Even as
people,
100 people, you'll probably get 50-50.
and that's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't really think you'll get 50-50. I think more people will say Kevin Durant, and I only think it's because the style of ball he play. I'm like, yeah, but what does that added up to? You feel what I'm saying? What does that add up to?
I just don't think he's better
What
than
is it?
Larry.
I mean, I don't either. But to make it flat, I just be like, well, what does that add up to?
I don't either, but I
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
what
see
does that
the
add up
argument.
to?
better.
I see the
as
argument.
in- Oh, better as in game wise.
I'm saying better as
In a
in
five
better.
team, okay.
No,
So
is his you saying better? That's as in a whole.
Yes, I'm saying as him playing 5-on-5.
You think?
I'm not talking about his individual game.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not.
Do you think his individual game is better?
Because it's not a one-on-one game and it's never been that. Right, because it's never been a one-on-one game, but that's what I'm saying. And that's what I say goes in. Oh yeah, he's a great one-on-one player. I know, I understand, and I believe, and I agree with he's a great one-on-one player. But I seen Kevin Durant play in a team setting. I've seen that. It wasn't as good as Larry Bird playing in a team setting. These games are being played in a team setting. They're not being played one-on-one. They're being played how they're being played. And that's what I'm saying. I ain't got to argue you down, but what I'm saying, I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't really care what they play.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'll take Larry anyway.
Back to my question.
I don't really care what they playing. I'm gonna take Larry Bird.
Do you watch basketball for players to win championships?
Nah.
No, I watch basketball because I like how certain players play in certain situations. That's why I watch. That's how I grade a lot of players. You have to have the production. You also have to have the accolades. You also, in certain moments, you have to play a certain way. So that's what I look at. I factor all that in. I don't give a fuck how much of this you can do. I'm looking at what you do in certain moments.
Nah, but what I'm just saying is, when we start watching basketball, we liking basketball players.
Right.
And then we start rating them by their championships. That's not why
No.
we watching.
No.
No. Because
No.
you know what? Because you know
No.
what happens. You know what happens because when we start watching basketball players, we only have their potential. So once you get older as a player and you've played in year 10, and at this point you've accomplished just as much as you've accomplished the first 2 years that I fell in love with you, I gotta say, well, goddamn, okay, so what? You know, my man's career wasn't necessarily as validated as it was until he won his championships. But in winning his championships, he had great feats in winning those championships.
My man's championship.
That build up into those championships and that run, he had feats during that run. He had feats before that, but those feats weigh heavier when the end result is a championship.
On that note, folks, it's time for us to get the hell out of here. So, another great night, another Tuesday in the books, man. Listen, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate
thank you,
that.
thank you,
You know what I'm
thank you,
saying?
thank you.
We definitely appreciate it. Fire and nice experience, man. Signing out, your boy,
Fresh fire.
my guy,
Ice man.
the man.
It's Pete.
And it's your boy B Matt E-Way shit all day long, man. I'll let us next Tuesday, you dig?
Peace.
Be easy. Shout out Grand Grizzo.
Yes,
Earth
sir.
Funky. Oh yeah.
So about 6-7 niggas I ain't taking Larry over.
I got a hot 16 spot for you on my album coming up, Grand. Yeah, but I feel like you, Pete. I'm like, I've seen